We about to be live in like 3, 2. It's loading up. Get ready. And we are live.
No.
Episode 1. Why?
The portal, baby.
We here. Turn it up, Fred.
Welcome.
The portal, baby.
Welcome.
Tone got the ring up there. Dez got the 910 in the backup.
Yeah. Welcome, folks. I go by Frederick Gilbert, Freddie G.
Coach Dez, you know.
And
Coach Grip in the building.
Coach Greg on.
Just Major IT.
We just waiting on Steve to jump on, man.
It's only going to agitate her further. Nobody respects. Well, you can't let her get under your skin like that, sir. You have to stay calm.
Yeah, we live.
Let me mute my background. They don't need to see Paradise. I ain't trying to
We live, folks.
Ain't nobody no spoilers out.
Y'all know it's Coach Greg. Y'all know I don't know how to do this technical stuff, but I'm here.
What's up, Greg?
What up, baby? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm here though. I'm here. What's going on, gentlemen?
Birds, you know it.
Yeah.
Nah, man, we just glad to have this platform, man. We got to put these heads together, let them know what's going on, man. The port coming up, sports period.
Yeah.
Somebody got to step out to do it, man.
Yes, sir.
And let's discuss it. Let's talk about what needed to happen, what needed to be done, what we doing well. Let's congratulate. First off, we all volunteers, so thank you. And credits go to everybody who out here that volunteer in any sports, because ain't nobody paying us to do none of this shit. You heard me?
That's a true spill there. That's true spill.
That's a fact. My bad. But
Yes,
that's the main first part. We got to go ahead. Anybody who get down, do whatever they can do.
Can I say something first, guys?
Go ahead.
Can I say something? And this is I started this AAU thing not for me, but for the city of Wilmington, and that's what I'm doing this for the city. Like, I took some kids who were sitting in the house and putting them out there, and we played AAU spring ball, and they got better every year. And for me, AAU is just to make all the kids better. It ain't about goddamn on how many titles you win. It's about getting these kids some structure. And all the kids that started off in this program at AAU, all of them have been playing major parts in other areas of the sport. Like, they going to other places, and they're the ones that you can know that's been out there. So that's what I want to put that out there first, because I don't want nobody to think that AAU was started to win a championship here, there, or whatever. It was made to give our kids an outlet to be better, to be recognized. And I'm talking about the kids of Wilmington, North Carolina, Brunswick County, Pender County. That's what it should be about. So I just want to get that off my chest first, guys. You know what I'm saying? Just let y'all know where I stand at with it.
Flight saying it nice, man. We trying to bring the football back to the port, man. We used to be
Yes,
different,
sir.
man. Playing ball in the port used to be different out here. Back when Laney had the Killer Bees, and back when Hanover was too legit, like, bro, we got D1 athletes that come out of here. It ain't no reason that need to stop, slow down, bro. I tell these kids all the time, we the ones that hit Michael Jordan and made him become a basketball player, bro. We got that here. Everybody ain't gonna be the best player, but I'm telling you, if we come together, we got a team full of dogs, no matter what field we step on. And we just gotta put that back into them, man. Somebody gotta tell them that they could do that, bro. That's it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Steve on yet?
Totally agree.
And but the elephant in the room, one of the main things is, look, Pop Warner, the way I say personally, the way I feel about Pop Warner, it ain't something that's like, oh, it's just a slow league. It ain't trying to do it. That's the point of it is, yo, that's where they could develop. With the play count, with the mercy rule, you don't want to you want to make them learn the game rather than just, okay, say, all right, well, you ain't good. We trying to do this for that. The way I see it on AAU is when you're going out to different places to play the best that city got, it's a pace of football they want you to learn in advance to. They ain't trying to just do the same. Everybody gonna develop by getting your reps in. Development, if you're gonna be on the field, whether you're not doing it right, whether you're doing it wrong, you're gonna learn what it feels like to be on that field. So if you could have an atmosphere and an environment where they want to keep up, they understand that. It's different if a kid say, "All right, well, I'm okay. I know I'm gonna get a participation reward because my mama paid the registration. I know I'm good." That's different to that same kid that's out there that's supposed to be blocking for a kid that really care about running around that corner. That's different. You got to put them where they want to be at, so you can actually take the time to learn with the kids that need to develop, and let the kids that want to compete and take it serious, let them do that. But just have the environment where you could just make them both know that, look, we ain't against each other, but what we need to do is understand that there's a difference between the ones that's taking it serious and then the ones that's just like, okay, I do want to be a part of something, because there ain't nobody that deserves to not be a part of nothing. But we just gotta go ahead and like set the standard, man. Set the standard.
Hey,
Yeah.
first, Coach Grip. Yeah, first off, I got a little lost today with my post and how it seems nobody understood what I was saying. Like I was saying, don't go play for the Eagles or don't go play for anybody else. I didn't say that. I said parents that got kids, and everybody here is a coach. Y'all know the kids that I was speaking on, the kids that ain't really out there. It's no need for parents to try to run and take their kids to travel ball out of Pop Warner, because it's not gonna be in the best interest of the kid. Most of the time, that kid, if they not getting no run in Pop Warner, they definitely not getting no run in travel or AAU.
I understand that, Coach Grip, but this is where the issue come in at with that. These kids need that this ain't like if your child gonna pursue tackle football, and that's why I tell all the guys, if those guys come out there, you have got to put effort in teaching them the game of football so that later on they do be able to get better, and you can see it. And anybody who know, watch all the kids who played spring football last year. I went out to all the games. I went all the I ain't go all the games. I went all the playoff games, and every kid that played AU spring football, I knew which one played and which one didn't. They were different, and they weren't different at first. Let me get that straight first. They weren't different at first, but they end up being different in Pop Warner, and that's where we get a misunderstanding of what AAU ball should be. And that's why I said what I said at the beginning is it should be that we taking the kids out of Wilmington, North Carolina. I would never, ever, ever, ever suggest that a parent, because you got a good kid, take them outside of Wilmington to play for another team for them to go sit on the bench, because that's basically what's going on. The kids gonna go to a different league, different organization, and they're gonna sit on the bench, and they're gonna use our kids to block for their kids, and that's not
Yeah.
that's not right. So that's why I feel like everybody should really want to be a part of this to for the city, because these kids gonna grow up and they gonna go. All of them might go to Laney, all of them might go to Hargett, Hanover. I want to be able to sit in the stands and say, "Boy, look at this kid here from Wilmington, North Carolina. Look what these kids did. They won a state championship. They won a state championship." Because that's what happened with the basketball. Those guys stayed together and played AAU basketball all the time. They took their beatings. And then guess what happened? They came up and then they won state championships.
And speaking on the state championship, shout out to them North Carolina Spartans Elite. First AAU state championship. I want to shout that out. You know what I'm saying? Gave me my first $3 million. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta show love to them kids, you know. Greg, let's speak on how what you were saying earlier about that it's about like you know, everybody saying there's not no Pop Warner teams right now. And you were saying it's about the best talent coming out of Wilmington, going out of town to battle it out with these other cities around.
Yeah, that's what we want to do. We want to take the kids from Wilmington and take them to Fayetteville, Greenville, Charlotte, Raleigh, wherever we got to go at and represent for Wilmington, because we got some athletes in Wilmington, and they need to be exposed. Our kids need to be seen, and the only way they're gonna be able to be seen is that they got to get out here on that circuit. They got to get out on the circuit. And
Wow.
See, that's what I think. I'm in agreement with all of that. I'm 100% in agreement with all of that. That ain't the point I was trying to make. I'm talking about the numbers of Pop Warner right now from what they was last year is astronomically different. like it seems like all the kids want to play, even the kids who ain't really there yet, ain't even out there. It just look weird.
Hey, coach, I'm gonna
I
say this.
feel you on that, but
Let me say this,
I
coach.
feel you that the grip. Hold up though, but you gotta think about it. Right now, it's still spring though. Cause
Not not
cause
not
it's
only
just
that,
like that's
Dan.
off season programs.
Yeah.
It's still spring. Like them kids, like they ain't permanent. Like they ain't guaranteed. Like we ain't saying they guaranteed to stay for the fall or anything like that. But my point is, if you got kids that the ones that still do want to play right now, like it's kids that after they off seasons, not all of them go play basketball. Not all of them want. Some of them really do love to play football. So if you got
True.
somewhere locally that they want to come play, then I feel that now to the one that you were speaking, the ones that you were speaking, like the ones that can't really make it, this an opportunity for them to realize, all right, I don't really keep up pace, and I say, well, maybe I'll choose to go do flag, or maybe I do want to go play basketball, or maybe I do want to do something. But it's to a point where we can't penalize the ones that do want to work hard because we got to keep them on the level of the ones that are still figuring it out. Because if somebody choose, let them go ahead, go ball. That's what you want to do. Let them. Don't wait till they say, all right, well, this is where we allow y'all to start pursuing your career. If you want to do that now because the game is moving faster everywhere else except for here, and we got on
That
that
is a
part. We
fact.
got to catch up with them.
That is a fact. And
Fact.
again, I'm in agreement with what y'all saying. I'm not speaking on those particular athletes that's above the talent or in right there with the talent. I'm talking about those athletes that don't get that much burn that I'm looking around and I ain't even seeing them. And I'm looking like where's everybody at?
Yeah.
Hopefully, they would be with the Eagles trying to get better.
Exactly. I'm about to say that they should be somewhere trying to get better so that they when they come out there they got an understanding of what the game is. See, this also should be a teaching session. Not only just the best athletes, you got kids who like you say they need more structure. So they got to know that if I'm out here, I got to step my game up. I got to want to be out here, and
Hmm.
that's where that's where you know what I'm saying, a lot of people misunderstand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And then at the second part of that is those parents are gonna do what they want to do. It ain't about the kid.
For that part.
Yeah.
That part. I will say it's a different ball game because my kids, Major Masai, they first time playing was last season with Spartans. And it's totally different atmosphere. Totally different. And I feel like no disrespect to nobody, I feel like my kids, I feel like they dogs. But it's them dogs ran into some more dogs, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't that they didn't show up to play, and it ain't that they didn't ball, you know what I'm saying? It's just you got to be prepared, mentally prepared and ready when that time comes.
Exposing
And
the
they,
And that's
atmosphere.
just how I feel.
and they had and the other team had more dogs than we did because nobody wanted to play because of what we hearing like, oh, now you go over there, you ain't gonna get no play and all that there. But that's not true. If you come out there and you perform out there, you're gonna play. We don't. And a lot of the daddies are out there coaching, but a lot of them don't play daddy ball, and that's the whole thing. Like a lot of the daddies are out there coaching. Me personally, I don't got a dog in the fight. And when you on my team, if you better than the coach's son, you going in that spot. The coach is
Yes,
gonna
sir.
be mad at Greg, and
Yes,
that's
sir.
how I do it.
And
And Fred, Fred, what I
Oh
do,
yeah.
hey, if you ain't got that go good in the next man,
Yeah.
it's no daddy ball going on over here.
and
Yes, sir.
I speak for myself as a father. It don't make no sense to put my boy out there if I know that he ain't got no shit. Like if I say daddy ball E and I give my kid the ball and I know he about to get his head smacked off, that make me look stupid.
Right.
So
Right.
my whole point about it is even daddy ball is people that really care about what's going on. So I think daddy ball is one of the things that you got to say. Like it's not somebody that's out there. Like the same reason that Flight said he ain't got no kids, so he get to see it like that. It's the same way of ones that out there with kids, and they like, yo, it's also my responsibility. I signed a waiver saying that kid could do that. So it's on me if I put him in that position. So if I want to do that, let's make the best atmosphere. It don't matter whether we the coach, the water boy, the mascot. I just want to make it the best atmosphere for these kids, and that's what I think. Like, we all going from this situation, we all gonna realize that we all really we volunteering trying to make the best atmosphere for these kids, regardless whether it's Pop Warner, AAU. whenever we step out there, it's the best opportunity that they got to do what they trying, what we did, what we this. Our goal is to get them somewhere. So if we can't get it done ourselves, then just make it the best platform for them to do it. And I think that's what we all on the page to do. So we just got to keep going with it. Like even this conversation alone, like having this podcast just taking place, is progression of what we was doing last year. So it's like I was telling, it's you either gonna be part of the cancer or you're gonna be part of the cure. You're gonna be in it. You're gonna have an excuse why we didn't get it done, or you're gonna find a reason to execute it. But no matter what, we just got to keep moving this forward because they gonna get older. They gonna get older, and the time gonna come. And if we ain't got the resources and stuff to give them the right platform, somebody else ain't gonna do it for them. So that's where we at. So when it come down to whether it's daddy ball, uncle ball, granddaddy ball, auntie ball, let's get these kids balling. Period.
Facts.
But yeah, we good.
Yeah, I'm in line with y'all, fellas. I'm in line with y'all 100%. I agree with everything y'all saying. I just think maybe I worded what I said the wrong way or something because I wasn't trying to tell nobody not to go for this. I was saying I don't even see the small guys out here anymore. Like it looked like a ghost town in Part One field.
And
And
I get what you're saying, girl, too. But
I do. I understand exactly where you're coming from.
I will say last season, you know what I'm saying, not trying to point a kid out. I seen a kid that, you know, like Greg don't say, play one or two, you know, he give you one or two in the game really going in, you know what I'm saying? Balling. A couple plays, making a big tackle and all, you know. Y'all know players, you know what I'm saying? But you feel me? They give everybody a chance too. They will let you get in there and do what you do. But
Yeah,
I
and
don't know.
even
I
even
think
with
it's the
saying
narrative
even with
of
saying that, like I think you really got the opportunity. Like if you got a few kids that really do want to ball and you don't got enough, say, like coming out, say, all right, well look, I know we may not have enough to do what it is, but it's still football being played. Bring them out, and then whatever they want to do in fall, that's it. But just realize, like, show them the value of getting reps when you can. Like when you got the opportunity to play, it don't matter what color. Like I tell you right now, we done had about 4-5 different colors on. I don't care. Long as I see 5 out there running around, I'm cool. I don't care what color is the jersey on. Unless I see him in a Miami jersey, I don't care what color they put jersey. We live. Like,
That's right.
unless he put that U jersey on, that's the only
Yes,
one I'm gonna say I
sir.
want him to put on. Other than that, I don't care. I don't care what colors it is, as long as I know that he out there and the kids that he influence and impact, they love playing with him. They want to play. They play for him. They play with him. And if I know he do that, then on the next level, I know that can happen. Now, hopefully, that's contagious to the point where Rod, one of his main people that's been blocking with him he went up to Jacksonville. He realized like, yo, I know when I move, I could look forward because I could trust the man behind me gonna run. So if they build that confidence, that cohesive as a group, it'll be fire if we had each side of town that had their own little group that could ride like that. But even if not, just imagine if we went to Raleigh, Fayetteville, Charlotte. If we smack, like my goal is to, like, I hope they hear this, but I want to play the Scat Pack like that. I want to be able to compete with them teams. I ain't just saying that because it's the stage of I know these kids is just as good as them kids.
That's a fact.
They just ain't in the right atmosphere for it. They could be just as good as them kids. I seen some of these kids working, doing hard work. Like they do the work. They got the opportunities. We gotta get ourselves out of the way to the point where that's why I say, like, yo, even if they don't, Pop Warner AAU, let's set it up as a farm system developmental system. We say, all right, yeah, we know we're gonna do this. Y'all, let's make it plain that, hey, tell these kids, y'all bust win in town, we're gonna get this all-star team, and then we're gonna beat everybody else in the state. Get them motivated for that. Then that way, this team want to show up to that team playoff game. This team want to make sure that team win. We want to see that. We want to see that's the whole point of, like, yo, be your best. I be my best, and we gonna get better. But if you sit here and say, well, that's why we shouldn't participate, or that's why we should, don't find an excuse why you shouldn't do it. Find a reason why you about to do it. And that ain't just preaching. That's me. As I tell you, one of the main things is anybody that ever seen me coach, they realize, like, yo, I that's the only place I'm like, whether I know what I'm doing or not, I care about whatever I'm saying. So it ain't being right or wrong. It's either I felt I did what was right in that time and I dealt with what was left, or like it ain't right or wrong. Like I understand I've been wrong before. Forgive me. Like let's fix it, make amends or whatever. But it ain't gonna be the reason that we just say, oh, we gonna sit and not do nothing. We gonna just sit and watch these kids graduate and hopefully make like nah, we don't gotta like we got too many resources. We get together and get this shit done. I'm real passionate about this shit. My bad. Like I go over it. Like
Yeah, that's me too though. But I'm with y'all. I honestly, like, if we gonna talk, honestly what y'all talking about. Again, going off of what I said, if we talking about we really want to be putting together a team that can compete with the Scat Packs and all of these other teams, we need to really do that too.
it's gonna take everybody.
I'm down with it too, but again, some of these players that's going don't need to be going. It ain't no other way
Hey,
for
look,
me to
I know
say
they ain't
this.
10. I know
It,
they
it
ain't
ain't
9 or
no
10.
other.
I know
Listen,
that
it's
for a
no
fact.
other way for me to say this. I'm not even trying to be rude, disrespectful to nobody, but if what y'all saying, I get what y'all saying. And in the meantime, the kids that I'm speaking on could be in the training that y'all got going on right now. I love all of that. But if we really talking about being able to go out there and compete on the level that y'all speaking on, it got to be because everybody else is hand picking what they need, going to get who they want, what they need, and putting them teams together.
You're
Now,
right, so that's why we're here.
all I'm saying is, every player that's going ain't supposed to be in that mix. That's all I'm saying.
But look, this is the thing though. Whether they supposed to be in that mix or not, right? Like if they not supposed to be in that mix, the only way they gonna find out is by coming out there and playing with these, like finding out.
That's
They
a
not
fact.
gonna find out playing 2K. They're
That's a
not gonna
fact.
find out playing Madden. They're not gonna find out not doing something. So if it's something going down, hey, go out there and find out. Oh, you know what? They realize we put past. Oh, they hit too hard over there. Oh, that's different. Well, maybe you got to realize, hey, football is a contact sport. They gonna get that, but we can't just. That's why I say we got if it's ones that we want to do like that, then let's set a system up to the point where, all right, look, and we know whether it's Pop Warner, y'all playing this, and we know what's conscious of them, but let's make sure that they go out to play whenever they can. Whatever organization you got, I don't care. Hey, bro, why you ain't got no jersey on this season? Go play something. Go do something.
Hey,
You too young to need a day off. Hey, yeah, y'all gonna have to
sorry.
stop me, bro. Somebody got to stop me because
Hey,
I can't.
sorry. Hey, sorry to interrupt. There, Steve has just joined the chat right
What up,
now.
so?
Yeah.
Good.
Welcome to
What's
the
up, Coach?
portal.
How
Welcome to the
you
portal,
feeling, man?
Steve.
Well, thank you for having
We
me, man.
feeling good, man.
I,
Yeah,
Hey.
welcome.
Man need to
real,
learn how to answer his phone, bro. That man need to learn
Um,
how to answer his phone.
I be busy out here, you know what I'm saying? Like coaching and being a dad, man. Like for real, man. Like it's so complicated, man. For real, man.
I know,
Like
dog. I
Strength
I
know.
in
want
the struggles, dog. Strength in the struggles.
so
real,
it's just the
you know you one of my favorite
come
cousins.
on.
I love you to death when we
Hey,
done had many differences of opinions throughout the course of time. But you, my good sir, I want to tell you to be encouraged and stay focused, bro, and remember, as a coach, we are learning too. You
Mm-hmm.
feel what I'm saying? Every
Right.
Saturday is a test. Every practice is a test. Sometimes we don't pass. It gets difficult, bro. We doing all this. We
let's
donate our time, bro.
keep it friendly. Let's keep it
So,
friendly for the kids. For the kids.
Yo,
so
PB.
I think that's why I got so much rapport because I am who I am. I don't know how to not be me.
It's
You see what I'm
hard.
saying? For real.
Tough.
Like
The
I
IT,
apologize.
the IT department want to say something.
Sorry, IT. I apologize. I'm just a passionate guy.
Come in, IT. Come in, IT.
Nah,
He said he just need to put a bleep out. That's all.
Yeah,
nah.
that's
Yeah.
it.
I'm
I'm
just.
gonna edit it.
All I'm saying about the whole
How
thing
you
is
edit live, Fred?
we got to make sure that we remember that this is for the kids, and like a lot of times we want to play the games, but a lot of kids ain't putting that development in. They ain't getting stronger. They ain't getting faster. They just playing a lot of games, putting a lot of wear and tear on their bodies. So that's why I'm saying we got to make sure we remember that it's a process to this. It's not just I'm gonna go play against the dogs and my son gonna be a dog. Like it don't work like that.
My 7-year-old's out there right now. It's his first year playing. The way the cookie crumbled, we're in AAU now. Guess what? My son's gonna have to adapt. He's not a starter right now. I never played daddy ball with any of my kids. None of my children, my nephews, nobody that's came through the same organization. Like Grip, you said a lot of the right things. You know what I'm saying? But it just felt like it had a negative connotation on it. You know what I'm saying? Because what works for me might not necessarily work for you. And like player personnel is a big thing, right? But X's and O's trumps all of that, bro. Like this, this gonna sound crazy, right? But I'll give you $11, and I don't want none. I guarantee you, I'm gonna beat you because I know more than you.
Where this coming from?
That would be my argument.
That's a reality. I've seen you play Madden. I coach football.
Everybody think that they them. So I ain't gonna argue against what you think you is. I haven't coached a team full of dogs. I don't desire to. I'm really out here to coach for the kids, honestly.
That's what it should be for.
I haven't seen you use and execute X's and O's yet. I've seen you make good adjustments throughout the course of a game. But you lack consistency. There's no repetition from out of anything that you do.
Hey, Steve.
Well, look. This ain't.
Can I interject, fellas?
I'm still learning.
Hey,
I'm on year 2.5. I would agree with you.
Let me interject right quick, fellas. This ain't that kind of conversation, Steve.
Yeah. This ain't about that.
This ain't about this, Steve.
No. We say that for another time.
Yeah, we'll save the conversation for another time.
Right now,
it has to be. You don't.
No, not at this time. Not at this time.
But more what we on is just getting everybody to recognize that we all playing football. That we all trying to get boys playing football.
I honestly think with all the departures of teams and all the changes that's been made to the landscape of football in that area, it's actually in a beautiful spot. We've never had this much variety before. We've always been under the thumb. Now we have decisions we can make. That's what football and sports as a whole has evolved to. These children and these parents, they have way more say-so about where their kids go to school at and how long they stay there and what they're willing to tolerate. This is the landscape of football right now. What's happened in Wilmington recently is something that's been transpiring nationwide, bro. For real. Yeah. Like so now we have tiered leagues. You see what I'm saying? Like it's a beautiful thing that we're identifying the AAU or YFL is where the dogs go, is where the personality at. It's beautiful that we have a Pop Warner to where we describe it as a development league when it's not that at all.
That's what it is.
And it'll be beautiful we get the city to
that's literally what Pop Warner is by definition, bro. Until you get past 10 years old, it is a development league.
Until somebody from Wilmington come back with some hardware for real, this ain't no development league. It's a league we've been struggling to dominate. Do we control our area? The Southeast?
The dominating what?
I'm talking about football as a whole. This area, Wilmington. Whether it be Pop Warner, because it ain't just been the Wilmington Eagles. It's been the Wilmington Eagles, the Coastal Cowboys, the Coastal Bengals. We've been producing and we've been going on. We've been taking long, deep runs into the playoffs.
Yeah, but I will say,
Pop Warner ain't a development league at all.
It is by definition. It is a development league.
Listen. So I think a lot of times what happens is you get cats who go off to college. They go get semi-pro experience and stuff like that, and they don't know how to dumb themselves down. You know what that is, though? You've gotten away from the concepts of fundamentals. That's the biggest thing in all of this that everybody that all of us are trying to shy away from. I'm gonna run smash mouth football. I'm gonna be in the center. I'm gonna pain. We're gonna build some beautiful stallions like we've been doing. We're gonna keep producing that. That's old school football. That's being fundamentally sound. That's what gets you there. What good is having dogs if they ain't fundamentally sound? They gonna crash when it get real. I done seen it. I've
So
been doing this.
listen, I'm lost as to what you don't agree with that I said. That's what got me lost. I'm lost to
Hey, yo, you
I
know
don't
what
know.
though? You know what I think I recognize in this though? I think
It's not.
I think it's different perspective. One in passion and one in just patience. Because I can see you looking at part one like, yeah, you want to do that, but I see Steve the way he looking at it is like, nah, it's the way that he care about it. It's a different type of way he care about it. Just to say, all right, look, well, rather than have the patience to watch them develop like that, nah, I'm gonna have the passion to push them to develop like that. And it's the pace is too different in the different
I
organizations.
don't got no issue with that. But
But see, but I'm saying that's why he probably
every
that's
kid
why he
not gonna
probably
be
seen it
on
as
that.
condescending. But when it was just like, all right, well, where the kids at, and it to a point
Yeah.
where it's just that's where the momentum is going, and anything against the momentum will be a hindrance. Anything that tries to stop the momentum of something that's building, then it's a hindrance, whether it's in support or not. And I know you ain't mean it like that, but just the perspective of somebody trying to go a direction and it's like, all right, well, maybe that's where some of these kids shouldn't be at. When at the point, if them kids ain't got nowhere, if it ain't nowhere else that's playing, and they want to play football, that's right where they supposed to be at, because
I agree.
that's what we
I
trying to
agree.
do. So
Once
it's
again,
just the
I
perspective.
agree.
But
I don't think y'all
this what
get what I'm
I
saying
want to be
though.
shown though. This what I want to be shown. Like right
Mhm.
now, the fact that we on a podcast and we talking, that's the way that we really. You part of this. We trying to show that hey, the city taking this shit serious now. I mean, part of my language, but this youth football, it ain't just we watch the West Side be strong, we watch them be strong. No, now we strong. Whether you if you coming from here, you gonna be like that. We gonna be like that, and that's the type of thing we produce to the whole idea of right now. It's so real that we want it's a claim to the word standard here because we want to be. That's how bad we want to set the bar, and we going against ourselves trying to set that standard because right now somebody got to do it. So it's to a point where everybody want to reach for that. So like everybody know that we reaching for that goal. So let's get on that page because you both gonna be recognized when y'all reaching trying to get that. But this the way that we saying, hey, it got to be done because we ain't got time to be patient for it no more. Like if it's developmental, like then we ain't have the city done developed way past where we intended to be, where we should be by now. Because we done lapped ourselves in the talent that we used to produce hella D1 athletes. Like often that we used to be a place that they come in to look for, but now we got a lot more D1 coaches. We got a lot more D1 AD jobs. It's been a lot more D1 higher level people going places because off the backs of what the ones before them did. But now that it's time that they got the position, now we got to set this group to go. Now, if you come in here to look at them, no, we already know. Like we got the media people set up. We already got people that's recording. Hey, look, now when y'all come to Wilmington, North Carolina, recruiting, hey, no, this is where you got them at. This is where you can
So
find them. As the whole
we in the
city, we
chat.
got to put that together.
All
Everybody
right,
got to be in congruence to say, let's push that, regardless of how you want to do it. Whatever, if you got something football related, I ain't saying we trying to be the empire or anything, but if it's people out there playing football from the port, go support that. No matter what they doing, if they balling from the city, we coming, we support.
all
I
right.
don't care where
So
y'all at. If you got 9 dime on you and you playing ball, we there. And that's
all
the
right.
conglomerate that we need to put out for this. Whoever, I don't care what color jersey you're putting on. If you're putting it on from here, we got you. But right now, this is
All
where
right.
this right now what's going on in the spring.
Let's go to the comments. We got comments. We got comments. People comments. We got I don't know who said. I think this was Jimmy. Jimmy Prosser said, "Can they get better if they don't get playing time?"
I
They,
mean,
they, they get better at
essentially
practice.
they could from
Yeah,
practice.
they
From
gonna get better.
practice.
That's where they get better at practice to the point they do gain playing time. And that's the whole thing. That see people, if you why would you take a kid who hasn't developed and just put them on the football field and call that learning? That's not learning. You got to put the fundamentals into that kid and let that kid make his way up to that point. You don't just put a kid just because Pop want to say he got to get 10 plays, he go out there for 10 plays and you put him in the middle of the line, he getting ran over and the person and one of the mamas on the sideline holler, "Oh Lord, why they hurting my baby?" That don't make sense. That
Bella
don't
through
make
something
sense.
else right there.
And And then what else
Piggyback
we
off of that,
got?
the piggyback off of
See,
that.
coach,
Hold on, Major the man. Yeah, you got somebody to pick it back. Come on,
we got
The
Jay in
pick,
the building, Coach
yeah,
Jay, Coach
man.
Jay
What's
in the
going on?
building.
What's
What's
going
going
on?
on? What's
We
going
don't know
on?
how this happened. Coach Jay is in the building.
Listen, man.
That
Look,
Coach Jay, what
the
we
the
got
pick
going
the
on?
the
The
piggy.
portal
What's
is in
going on,
full
fellas?
effect,
What's going
folks.
on? What's going on, man? Man, the piggyback off what Greg's saying and to answer that question, man. Yes, absolutely, they can get better out here without playing. Number one, what they not understanding is come out and check a practice out. We breaking everybody all the way back down. We ain't going off of Pop Warner rules. This is 11-man straight up real man football. They got their hands in the ground. So number one, we going back and breaking everybody back down and putting them in a stance to start with. Cause you don't get that in Pop Warner. You know what I'm saying? So like they said, we teaching straight fundamentals all the way back up, whether you a so-called dog or you a Rudy Poop.
Oh,
Hey,
Oh
Steve.
Lord, let's keep
But
it friendly. Let's keep it
Come
friendly
on,
for the
Steve.
hey,
kids.
Come
hey,
on, Steve.
the moderator,
Randall.
Major, the moderator.
Mute your phone, Steve.
Mute Steve.
Moderators. IT, where you at?
But yeah, man,
IT, where
you
you
can definitely get better out here, man.
Man, don't go that delay.
We not just out here, throwing them on the field and seeing what they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? We teaching fundamentals, and then on top of that, we working these kids out. This has been a process. A lot of people don't know. I have tons of kids come to my house. As soon as the season was over, it'd be kids at my house every Sunday working out. You know what I'm saying? So it's a process. This thing don't stop. It's a year-round process. But fundamentals is the key, is the main thing that we gonna teach out here, and that's where you got to start at. That's where it all starts at. Because if a team,
I just got a message. I just
full
got a message in that Pop Warner changed the 3-point stance this year.
about time. About time. It was supposed to be done last year.
okay. So are the linemen still 3 off the point of contact still?
Exactly. And do they have a nose
where you
guard?
at? IT. Let me get the IT ready. IT, where you at? These questions for you.
They changed the rules. All linemen from starting from 6U on up, it can be in a 3-point stance.
Okay, but what's the
But
distance
what is
distance between them and the defenders? What's that rule? Is there still an excessive amount of space right there to where somebody's gonna get a complete advantage because they can gain a whole lot of momentum before they get to the blocker? Has that rule changed?
Right now, you in the 3-point stance. When the ball move, you move.
So we can be head up over the center now.
I got to get clarification on that rule right there. But
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Probably
Probably not, and they probably still 2 yards off the ball at least.
right.
I'm just saying.
And look, and which is
But
totally
there's
fine
nothing
for a
wrong with that.
developmental league where they
y'all
need the
said,
patience for a
like,
center to
it's
learn how to snap.
It's nothing wrong with that. Pop Warner is definitely a developmental league. You know what I'm saying?
It's not a developmental league.
It's definitely not.
Down,
Hold on, fellas. This is the problem here. Pop Warner is
What's the
only
problem, Greg?
the Pop Warner is only a development league from 8U down.
Thank
I mean
you.
9U. I'm sorry, 9U down. That's
I
developmental.
thought that was, and I thought that was solely based off of division, because you can go D1 or D2 and not have coaches on the field, and the rules go away, right?
It's still considered developmental.
It's still okay, all right. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't agree with that.
That's I'm just giving you the rules. And but it's really not a developmental league because you play for a national championship.
That's what that's what tells me that it's not a developmental league.
Yes. At 10 years old and up.
Hey, yo, this live on Facebook?
Because
we live.
We should be super emphasizing fundamentals all the way up until those kids at least 8 years old, right? There should be nobody coming out of the pistol, a shotgun, or running wildcat with 8 and down, right? Because you want to win. You should be.
Why not?
Because if that's what we're saying, that's not developmental football. That's advanced football.
So Steve, let me ask you a question. It sounds like you got a problem with the way the structure is from coaches.
Do I have a problem with the structure of coaching? No, my problem.
The coaches determine.
I'm gonna try to get that I was a rebel when I played football. I was a rebel outside of football. My problem is always with the powers that be. It's never with the coaches.
That's gonna be on you, brother.
The decision makers don't carry the burden of the people who are on the front lines. We the ones that get killed first and the most.
You just said you had an issue with the fundamentals. People going in the pistol.
I know. I didn't have. I know. I said we should be emphasizing fundamentals. We should be emphasizing fundamentals. We should be emphasizing fundamentals for kids that are 8 years and younger. There should be no wildcat, no shotgun. You shouldn't be passing the ball 5 times a game with 8-year-olds.
Why not?
I got because running backs don't know how to take handoff shit. Why are you throwing the ball?
Yo,
who don't?
Hello?
Because that's football.
Man, these iPad babies
that's football.
That's
coaching.
Let me say something. That's not fundamental though. That's not being fundamentally sound.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you just want to make sure that they know how to control the game. Control the game. Teach them how to control the game first.
Okay, so
we talking fundamentals. Hold on.
The game hasn't changed. The game hasn't changed.
One at a time.
You still gotta have X's and O's. You gotta
One
be
at a
fundamentally
time.
sound.
We talking
We got a
fundamentals,
lot
right?
of questions too.
That's it, bro. Right now, go ahead and cause I finish the podcast.
Are we teaching these 6 and 7 and 8-year-olds they hoes though? That's the thing. A lot of these coaches out here making up plays, toss left, toss right,
I could answer that question based off of some things that I've seen over the last
Steve,
couple
I ain't done talking, Steve. Hold on,
I'm sorry.
baby.
One at a time. One at a time. One at a time. We live, y'all. One at a time. We got people watching.
Now, these kids, you feel me?
Hey, it is a lot
Are
of
we
people
teaching
watching.
them to hit they holes? Because when they coming up to 8U and 9U, it's a lot of these boys still don't know where they holes is, boss man. That's what it's a lot of these kids around here don't know where they holes at. And we not, as coaches, I'm talking me, myself, all of y'all. We not teaching these kids at 6 and 8 years old, they holes. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of being fundamentally
generalizing.
You know what I'm saying? These kids are smart enough to learn their holes at 6 and 8 years old, bro. These little kids, these little iPad babies is different.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
I can't speak for any other organization, but I can speak for coaches. And one of the things we try to do is teach everybody the fundamentals and teach the rules and stuff like that. So I can't speak for everybody in other people's organization.
Moderator, can you brought these other guys out while the man can talk so he can talk, man? The man trying to talk.
Can you mute everybody, IT, so you can talk?
It's a mute everybody button?
Yeah.
Word. I ain't know.
There's no way in the world we should hear all this feedback, man. The man trying to speak. Let's all be courteous, man, and let the man get his point across.
The GOAT, baby.
G. Go ahead, EJ.
Hey, EJ.
Say nothing.
Where you at, EJ?
All I'm saying is from a. Give me a minute.
Y'all see the background?
Yeah, decorated. That's a parent. I
We
said
out
that's
here.
the best fit.
You better know it. The portal, baby.
Come on now.
Go ahead, EJ. Where you at? We got to get to these other
I
questions.
really
y'all.
want to hear EJ's perspective because he chimed in with some very valuable stuff today, man. Across the board, we was talking about all this.
Where you at, EJ? I don't know, maybe. I think EJ having some technical difficulties with the phone.
I'm gonna live and die with fundamentals, though, bro. Can't nobody convince me otherwise, bro. Y'all call it old school football or whatever, man. If you can't run the ball, you can't pass the ball.
Listen, I believe what EJ was trying to say is for the last.
I'm free for that, man. No sense.
Hold on, man. Tone trying to talk, man.
Nah, he trying to speak for somebody else. That's different.
You still got to give him courtesy, Steve. Good God,
I just give him a hard time.
Hey, they say that Barnett blood is real.
But not what I'm trying to say is I believe I ain't for sure, but I believe what EJ was trying to say as far as speaking for the Bengals organization, we have broke our practices down onto positional practices. During our weeks now. We got so basically, like other coach was saying, a lot of these kids didn't know what the two hole was, things like that. And I'm a coach that had kids on my team that was running the ball that didn't know what the two hole was. So I agree with him when he say that. And that was also an issue that I brought up to my organization that we need to have our practices more structured, like positional, so that we know these kids know if we got you in this position, if this is a position that you may be going to foresee future be in this position, I feel like in practice you need to be getting those reps, you need to be getting taught those techniques, those fundamentals for that position. And I just feel like that don't really be happening a lot of times. A lot of times we kind of say we kind of just be teaching football on the fly. And I mean I agree with that. I think that the fundamentals, the positional training, techniques, I think all of that is crucial to.
Let's just be real. Let's just be real about it, Tone. When you got a group of kids like that, it's hard. Like you said, you need positional coaches, because if you can break it down into a small group and teach it, that's the only way you're gonna get it through with 6, 7, and 8-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Is breaking them down into small groups. But when you coaching Pop Warner and you got volunteer coaches and it's only 4 of y'all or 5, 4 of y'all and 30 kids out there, it's hard to sit there and make sure everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
I get
True. That's true. But we also got to remember that.
But
Like,
like
we
you
got to
said,
take
you
these
gotta
kids to a level where they want to, like, if they want to compete on the next level, they're not catering the environment to how they can learn. Like, they at the same time as we develop them, and they putting these this one hole, this two hole, and they get out there and they thinking that, like, the ones that need a pace to get that atmosphere, that want to be on that next level of it, it's the game don't slow down for them on that level. So I get the understanding of, like, whether it's developmental or not, like, we do need to teach them as they go. But the ones that do want to go to a higher atmosphere and go into that environment, we in this city have been capable of putting those kids in that environment. There's no reason that we should not have already been into this system. Like right now, we as all these coaches that coach these kids, we're talking about developing kids. We of course we know how to what a 3-point stance is, and we can do that, but in that pace of it. So just think about it. If we tripping over that here right now, it's gonna be that much harder to do it on the road in a different atmosphere, right? To develop them, or however you want to do it, whether you want to teach the kids 2-point, 3-point stance, whatever you want to teach them. But the whole point of this whole thing coming together is that we see the potential that's there. We ain't had no problem with kids that want to play football. We're gonna have kids that want to play football. We're gonna have people that want to teach them football. But the ones that want to go to that level, we get to a certain bar and then they just get lost. That's that point. We all know that. I guarantee you, it's somebody in this position, this chat has taught a kid a 3-point stance.
So
We ain't all had
That's
taught
where
kids
there's
can
okay.
I ask you a question, Dan?
What
Can I
up?
ask all the coaches a question?
What up?
What are our future plans for football when our children begin to age out and we ain't as physically able as we once was able to be active, you know what I'm saying, as far as coaching goes and
I
stuff
love
like
that
that.
question, bro.
But
Hopefully, we have an environment or
I ain't
atmosphere
finished
where they
asking my
can take
question
our
yet.
place.
He ain't
They
finished
can coach the
asking
younger
my
kids to do the same
question.
thing that we doing, and we can set a pipeline for everybody. The kids that did play for this organization, they come back and they coach these same kids. That, hey, yo, this is the standard that we play in from the port. So now we can be made by us, and them same kids, they got something else to go do after school. Oh, I'm coaching this day, or that's their extracurricular after when they in high school, they need something. We got the same program for that, but just make it to the point where all around we focused on somebody got the next step for it. We set something in the line for the next step, because right now we can't just get to that circuit every spring. We've been doing this for like 3 years, going to the spring ball, and it's like, oh, we got the potential to get there, but yet and still we don't got the same intensity. These kids ain't understand this atmosphere. Well, we got this atmosphere here. Like guarantee you right now, every coach in here, y'all get 11 kids and y'all take 1 week and teach them how to run 2 or 3 plays. They'll know they hoes. Like we got people that want to volunteer, want to participate. It's just instead of being in the way, let's be what's on the way. Let's figure out how to make this conversation productive to the point where we do got after this podcast over, whatever it is, we got some form of system that like, all right, if these kids don't know this thing right here, then they need to go over there. If these kids want to do that, then they need to go over there. And whatever they need, we got y'all. Whatever y'all need, we got y'all. But whatever it is, these kids got to have us, gang.
Well, boss
That's
man,
all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
you know
That's
the
all I'm
cones,
saying.
you know the cones that y'all borrowed from me, and all of them got numbers on them. That's what they want.
That they gonna be on the field.
On them, to throw them on the ground and
They gonna be on the field
and show the kids the right holes.
Hey, let me chime in here right quick, guys. I'm just sit back listening, and Dej makes a good point. This is why I told Steve, Dez, James, I want to. Look, Murphy done brought me into this. Murphy done brought me into this. T-Money, Murphy, and all them guys there. And Steve, I done coached Steve and a lot more at a young age, and y'all coming back to give back. This is why this is what I've been telling y'all. I want to give this over to you guys so that you guys can take over this right here to keep it going, because the guys before me gave it to me, and I got to give it to somebody. And this is why we all got to come together and they're going to make this thing happen, not for individual accolades, for the city. It's time to put Wilmington on the map, bro. It's time for us to they're gonna put Wilmington on the map with our youth. We done
Your ish, Greg.
You know what I'm saying? For our youth is what's the prize. Because if they don't got nothing to do, then they're gonna lost in the sauce like a few of them are right now. You're not gonna save all of them, but it's gonna be some. Like, I can speak on the teams I had before. I had my 14U, my 12U, my 10U, all of them in colleges and graduated from high school, or some of them about to graduate from high school. That's what I want to see our future. And then those guys will come back and they'll want to help. So,
yeah.
So
Let's
I
get
just want us to, as young men, and find a common ground, man, and let's all come together and get. I don't care what jersey, whatever. We got enough kids to put this city back on the map, bro. And let them be talking about us.
All right. Let's go back to the comment section. We got Kay Newton. She said, "What about the parents who left for the lack there of that came with Pop Warner?" I don't know.
I think I'm just gonna tell you. I think this is what the problem is, and Antonio, this is why Pop Warner is the show is so low right now. It's because the higher ups of Pop Warner is dictating to you guys how to run your organization, what you can do and what you can't do. They're not behind you. Say if you had, like, for instance, y'all little 9U team that was 8U before, they didn't stick behind that team. There's no way in the world that y'all should have been back-to-back champions. But they don't want to let y'all go play. They want to let y'all play who they want y'all to play. And that's the thing. They try to pick and choose who you play. So during the regular season, you don't play no daggone stud team at the end of the season. You play them in the early part of the season so you'll know how to generate your team back up.
Wow.
Because at the end at the end of the year, you playing a team that's number one, and here you go. Your kids done lost morale. Now you go down here and you lose in the goddamn playoff game, which you should have won. And that's the thing. The parents are tired of that. The parents are tired of being told they can't do this. They can't do that. Your kid only gonna play X amount of plays. Your kid, if he don't show up, he can still play. Stuff like that. That's the kind of, like, he ain't came to a practice all week, but come to the game he can play. As long as he at the game, he can play.
Nah, they changed that.
Nah,
I
yeah,
think.
you got to have
Yeah, they changed that, Greg.
2 practices a week.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know, I done been out the game a little bit on that end, but I know that's how they used to be when I was there, and that's one of the reasons why I got away from it, because the politics of Pop Warner are way, 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 way unnecessary.
Next
I agree.
comment.
I agree.
Yeah, I was just gonna
Next
say.
comment. Oh, go ahead. Say what you about to say. I'm
I
gonna go
think
to the next
also the
comment.
parents, what she was saying, the lack thereof. It was a lot of. I don't know about y'all, but we only played like 4-5 games this season. You know what I'm saying? It
That's
was
true.
a lot of games canceled, people forfeiting. It was a lot of that going on, and a lot of the parents was frustrated with that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was another thing a lot of parents was tired of. But yeah, next, what's the next comment?
Wait. Can I add on to this right quick?
IT back.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is this: from a commissioner standpoint, some of the stuff that y'all see, y'all blaming the league for it when it's really an organizational thing. Like you know, with our 9U, we had some stuff that we could have did better. It wasn't all on them. You know, as a team, as an organization, we take accountability for our own downfall. We don't just blame it on Pop Warner like that.
Right.
And not to say y'all blame it on Pop Warner, but what I'm saying is that we do things a little differently.
EJ, let me just tell you this right here, bro, because I've been out there a long time in Pop Warner. There's politics involved in it.
You right about that.
You could take all the pressure you want for your organization, but your organization only had a certain amount of room they can move with, they can maneuver with. You ain't have a lot of room to maneuver with, EJ. You didn't. You would say, okay, we're gonna give you this amount of space, and that's all you're gonna get. And that's all they're gonna give you. And it ain't Pop Warner saying the head of Pop Warner, it's the Pop Warner in Wilmington, North Carolina, Coastal Pop Warner. I'm just speaking about Coastal Pop Warner. I can't speak about nobody else Pop Warner because everybody else do their thing different. But when you got somebody in Pop Warner who's trying to control the narrative of the game, then that's where you have a problem. And the parents see this, and the parents dealing with this, and they tired of it. That's why you're not seeing a turnout like you should, because the parents like, there's no way. I can't deal with this no more. You always like, and I'm speaking on Coastal Pop Warner. I'm not speaking on Pop Warner, but you got Coastal Pop Warner. You got a kid, and Grip. I'm just gonna use you for instance, Grip. Nothing that. You got a kid. You got Grip, right? He from the south side of town. All right, but he want to go play at the Bengals because she knows who he is. He got to go through a whole bunch of goddamn unnecessary BS to have his kid play where he want his kid to play at. And that's the problem. That's what the parents. This is what she probably speaking on, is that if your kid don't want to play with me, that's fine, but make sure he playing. That's exactly what Dez was saying. I don't care that he don't play with me, but make sure he's playing somewhere. Get them an outlet, and that's all. I believe that's what's going on. So
and I agree with your point, Greg. But once again, you got to realize too is that all these rules that you see being enforced was voted on by organizations, like the whole territory thing. That means the organizations voted that they wanted to have territory so people couldn't jump ship like that.
But this is why
all she's doing is enforcing that rule.
This is what happened, EJ, and I'm gonna tell you because I was part of all that mess. What happened was you had one team across town complaining about kids that came to play over with the Eagles when we was in Pop Warner. Then you had us saying, okay, well, you got one of my kids over here playing with the Colts. So now the thing was, it came behind the coaches. Coaches were, if I got a good player, I'm gonna put I want that good player because that good player should be playing with me. But you got a like Grip was saying, you got a whole bunch of kids who ain't got no business. It's a plan at the moment, and then you putting them out there, and then you put your best player out there, and every time he touches the football, he's getting killed. He's getting murdered. And the people's like, hold on, wait a minute. So that's where all that comes. Let's take that out of it. You know what I'm saying? What should have been done, and nobody wanted to agree to it, but what should have been done, if the kid wanted to play with you, if I had a kid on my team that wanted to play with you at the Bengals, guess what? Go ahead and play, son. Because at the end of the day, that's where you're going to feel comfortable at. Because if you put a kid somewhere that he's not comfortable, 9 times out of 10, they're going to end up hurt. And that's the issue. And the parents seeing this. The parents are seeing this. Anywhere else you go, you can go to Raleigh, Charlotte, South Carolina, Virginia. They don't have that rule. They don't have that rule. And none of, this is why Greensboro is no longer in Pop Warner in the Mid-South. It's because they had a lady come in and she tried to change everything about, just like the one doing now here in Coastal. They're trying to change everything so that here you got a whole program in Greensboro that everybody pulled out of. You got everybody. It ain't a Pop Warner program in Greensboro, but it's some cheerleaders though. So that's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, it's all politics, and that's probably the issue that the parents are having, and they don't want to have it no more. So that's where you're gonna see a lot of parents complaining, and that's probably why a lot of parents have churned out to this AAU because they want something different.
Okay. You got something to say back to that, EJ? We good. So the next comment.
No, we good. I was just listening to his point of view. You know, that's what we got to do. That's what we're trying to accomplish.
I think Big E want to get on the live. But Big E say the 3-point stance is crucial. Coach Till say he's seen a lot of coaches push the one with less talent off to the side during team practice too.
You right
comment on that?
Yeah, now that's
right.
another reason why I spoke to my organization about positional practicing, because that also eliminates kids from just standing there watching you go through your repetition of your plays on offense or defense or whatever it is that you're going through, and you got 4, 5, 6 kids standing over there just kind of kicking dirt, playing in dirt. Now, once you implement these things, these drills, these circuits, all of these things that you start to implement, that kind of eliminate the kid from not being active in practice. And I'm a coach that, again, I'm 2.5, 3 years in. I had kids in the same spot, so I understand what that person is saying, and I actually took the initiative to go see what I could do to eliminate that.
Also, let me chime in on that there too. Also, when you don't have enough coaches, your coaching staff is limited.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You got 3 coaches to 30 kids, and you can't. There's no way in the world you can break it down like that. And sometimes it do get lost in the sauce. This is why we need more coaches to come and be a part of whatever's going on. And that's why it's imperative that we get the coaches involved, the younger coaches. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get these younger coaches involved in it, because they could be teaching something while the other kids sitting around. They won't have kids sitting around then. And see, what I try to do is, with my practices is, if you play in the same position, I'm gonna put you behind it. You're gonna be running the same thing they running, and you know what I'm saying? Because at this point, you got to figure out a way how to be productive with less coaches, and you got all the kids, but you got less coaches, and that's the issue with that. So,
my fault.
Go ahead.
I got a question though. When you mean by position practice, are you talking about your whole organization, regardless of what age those kids is? You got one coach over here teaching all the age group of offensive linemen.
No. What I'm saying,
what you're talking about?
No, sir.
That's what if you talking about me, that's what I'm talking about.
That's what. Okay, yeah, that's what I was asking. As far as like across, you talking about that in the off season or during the season?
Period.
Just teaching like that. Well, it still got something to do with cohesiveness of them 11 learning how to line up together too.
But see, that come when we. So, EJ, can I I can tell them what we got.
I'll break it down. So
Go ahead.
you know the way we try to do our practice plan is we go individuals first, indies. So if we identify your kids as, you know, being a good fit for a certain position, we try to get them in individual drills. That's the format we're working on, is that we get them all in individual drills, working on their individual craft. And then after we hit our individual period, we're doing our team period, where everybody comes together, 11 men, working on execution, making sure they running the plays, of whether it's offense or defense, 11 men to the ball, knowing their responsibility. So it's just, you know, we trying to bring, like my man, what was his name, Steve said, we try to make sure that we working on the fundamentals.
Yeah, that's the same thing. It's just that if you come watch a practice, if you guys that haven't been there, if you come watch a practice, you will see that everybody they break down the kids individually. And then what I was speaking on was when you got kids standing around when you doing your team stuff, and they just sitting there not doing nothing, because that's when they're not doing anything. Is when you're doing your teamwork. When you got your defense, you're working on your defense, or you're working on your offense, your kicking team, or you know what I'm saying, something like that. That's what I was speaking about. Now, as far as when we do break down our kids to individual drills, all our kids break down to individual drills, and that's the key. That's the thing about fundamentals. That's why that's the part of being fundamentally sound.
Reps.
I agree. That's why I say I feel like a lot of this stuff is I feel like, not to say league wise, but I feel like a lot of our organizations got to do better, and not only do we got to do better as like working together, man. It's a lot of even with all the different leagues and stuff like that. It's a lot of, you know, people wanting to do their own thing instead of joining the cause and like backing each other up.
Thank you. Thank you. That is a great statement. That is a great statement, and that's a true statement. We don't have enough people willing to buy in to come together as one, and especially during this time right here, spring. We're speaking spring football right now. All right. If you came and you brought your whole team over there to the AAU, and you say, hey Greg, I just want to do my whole team at this age group. That is fine. We will let you do that, because we know in the fall you're taking your whole team and you're taking them back to Pop Warner. That's fine. But you will also understand that your kids would now, they know what to expect. And then for the first week of practice, you ain't got to do nothing to them with them. Just get their conditioning in. They already conditioned. They already know what you already want. They already know what they need to do. And it's the same thing, a 6-game season with AAU, and you got a 8 to 10 game season if you make the playoffs with Pop Warner. I mean, that's why I look at it. But we all do need to come together, and they're gonna help each other, not worry about who can coach better than the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, moderator, let's go, baby.
Turn me up,
You on mute. Fred, you on mute. Also, it look like LB got something he want to say.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent it to him. I sent him an invite. But hey, Coach Bam say Pop Warner told his people that their lease was fake.
Who lease is fake?
I don't know. I'm finna send him a link.
Yeah.
Coach Bam,
what's fake about
Coach Bam come to the front.
What's fake about what?
He say Pop Warner told him their lease was fake.
What, Pop Warner lease fake?
Yeah, that's what he said. I was trying to get back to the old comments. I was trying to read Kenny comment.
You going to school in the morning?
It's the portal, baby.
You feel me? Where you at, Dez? Hit the drop.
You was on mute, man. I said turn me up, Fred. You was on mute. Hey,
Risha, I sent you the link. Risha, she said she got a lot to say. Risha May says she got a lot to say.
Hey, real quick, Greg. Piggyback off something that you had said earlier. I think it's a great idea to get some of these athletes that's in high school to do some of this,
Yeah.
participate in some of
There
the
we go.
volunteering or training these
There
young
we go.
guys, because a lot of these young guys actually look up, you know what I'm saying, to some
Yeah.
of these guys
Yes,
that's in high
they
school.
do.
And
Facts.
if they see them out there, you know what I'm saying, just the workout, help them work out. I think that's a win-win for everybody, because it may be something that one of whoever is out there coaching the youth might be able to, you know what I'm saying. I seen your game last week, man. You know what I'm saying. You're turning
Facts.
your hips too quick or something. Just this small stuff that'll really help everybody.
The little things.
Yes, sir. And we need to, and that's what we need to push to these kids that we know that's in high school, for them to come out and show these kids some things. Like that's what I did last year with team I had. They're gonna have one of the center from Harvard come out there and show the center how to send the football. You know what I'm saying? Like little stuff like that. And nine of them came out to see, you know what I'm saying, to tell the receivers how you run a route. So those kids have been back. It's just that we got to get more.
Big Q coach used to coach for the Ravens. He said younger coaches get overlooked sometimes, y'all. Let's talk about it.
Well, I think like Dez been saying all day, you got to build the so to speak farmhouse, the pipeline, and he right. They starting it.
Yeah.
And this is the thing I'm gonna say about that question there. If you're a young coach, you got to say so. You have a voice, but if you don't say anything, then nobody ain't gonna know what you got to speak up. Speak up and be heard. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody out there perfect. Ain't no coach. I'm almost goddamn 60 years old and I ain't perfect. I can learn. I don't mind learning. I don't mind listening. So you might know something that I might not know. Like y'all say, the game has changed. So when you came up in school or you started coaching, the terminology might have been different than what I got. So you could say, okay, I tell my kids, all right, head up, inside shoulder, next level, or I could say head up, chicky, next level. So that might be terminology that these kids might be different, and I might need to change it. But I ain't gonna know that if the young coach don't come and voice his opinion.
Yeah. Okay.
Greg, you absolutely right about that. Me and Jermaine had a conversation the other night. Same thing. We was having the same calls. I might call it something else. I might tell my kids pig fly, but we or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But we got the same concept. You know what I'm saying? As far as in the blocking scheme, it's the same thing. But like you said, you get with a younger coach, like I got with Jermaine, me and him on the same page. We talk about the same stuff. We telling the kids to take the same step, do the same thing. We just using different terminology. And I just use words and stuff that might make it a little easier for the kids to remember. That's it.
Right.
Oh, okay. Hey, Coach Bam say he was talking about their housing lease, basically for the proof of address. They said that
On
all
the
of them was
line.
fake. I'm guessing only on the portal. Only on the portal.
Turn it up, Fred.
Turn it up.
The portal, baby.
Only on the portal. You feel me? Hey,
Next question, moderator.
I'm trying to get to the old questions. I done backed out and can't find the other ones.
Come on now.
Come with the new ones. It don't make no difference. Come on with what you got.
Hey, them was the new ones.
Hey man, I got a question though.
Go ahead.
So when we do get this home game popping off, we got like y'all trying to do something to get everybody in the city, like even
for
the
real.
kids that want to do, just get them out to support the port coming to play football. Like we gonna need everybody to let them know, like we gotta set the tone for the atmosphere. When a different team come here, they gotta know, all right, it's different when you cross that bridge. It's beach back there, but they can't come over here and just do whatever that like. We got to set that environment. So that's why I say, yo, we got the city behind us. Let's go, man. We got this.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I totally agree with that. When somebody come here, it definitely need to be the city behind, like everybody, because it's beyond just the team. once we get there, because I guarantee you, anywhere else you go, it's gonna be like that.
Facts. I seen it firsthand.
And that's what I'm telling y'all guys. I didn't have a dog in the fight in these playoffs, but I was there rooting for every one of those teams that was in the playoffs. Every one
Facts.
of them.
Yeah, you was out there.
I was at every game, and I'm telling you, I'm rooting for us guys for Wilmington. It ain't had nothing else to do with nothing but rooting for Wilmington, and you guys coaching those kids.
Facts. Yeah, you had to call me. I went home, turned my phone off, went to sleep. You had to call me and tell me it's all right to lose.
Yep.
Who that is? Who just got on? Who that LB?
Yep.
What's up,
LB,
coach?
what's good?
Hey,
LB
Ray.
has just joined the
Hey, Ray.
portal.
What
The
up?
GOAT is in the building.
What's going on?
What's up, LB? Talk to the world.
Nothing, man. I kind of want to touch bases on what Greg was talking about as far as like coming together and doing a lot of stuff. I mean, me personally, I think it's the adults. That's why we're not coming together. I
Talk to him.
think it's the adults, the coaches.
There we go.
I think as far as having multiple teams in here, I mean Fayetteville got multiple teams, Raleigh got multiple teams. That's not an issue to me. I just think that it got to make sense. Like I don't see you having a coach that's been with kids moving up from all the way from 6U to 10 to 9, 10U, and then you go over there and you say, okay, I'm gonna just let them. We're not gonna deal with you. We're gonna deal with what we got over here. And you see how that becomes a conflict. You feel what I'm saying? It becomes a conflict because okay, this coach been with these kids for this long. Now we got better coaches over here. We're gonna do this better. And it don't benefit the kids. You know what I'm saying? If it's really for the kids, keep everybody over there with them. Like I feel like if this is for the kids and it's in the best interest for the kids, I mean, I don't know. I'm just speaking off. Like when you get in these teams and you're trying to make one unity, it should be people like Steve, Kenny Mears, all these coaches, even though everybody has their personal issue with them, at some point should be involved. You know what I'm saying? You have to look at these coaches that's playing, that's consistently getting the results that you like. You feel what I'm saying? You can't exclude them and then say, okay, well, we want to be a unit. We need to be a unit.
Can I say something? Can I just speak on what LB just said?
Yeah.
All right, so I understand where you coming from with the coaches going up, but sooner or later, LB, you have to let those other kids be coached by a different coach because that's going to happen. That the cycle is going like if you're a great 6 or 8 or 10U coach, and your kids go to 11U or whatever the other case may be, then you setting the standard for what the other coaches can receive. But if you just keep going, if you're going up with your kids, then the other kids might be missing what you done gave these kids because you done made them great. So you might be the goddamn coach that can make all the 6, 8, 10s great going up, so that you pass them off to the other guys. I had to learn that myself because what I did was I stuck with my team all the way up till they got to 11s, and then I said, you know what, I'm gonna let them go, and then because they had to learn from a different coach, because when they was getting ready to go to middle school and high school, they're gonna learn from a different coach.
Okay, I get that concept. Now let me clarify this.
Okay.
Everything I'm speaking on is from my coaching experience, not necessarily like overall, because prime example, I already get that. My kids play for different coaches. Like my son played with DeLawrence. My son played with Coach Bam. My son played on with different coaches. I get that aspect. So that's not, I mean, I get that point you're making, but it's just at the same time when we're in these like youth stages, and if you're getting, like you said, you're not gonna reach every kid. Like I done been through with where me and James, me and Tillman, It's just two of us. We got 25 something kids, and I get it. You're not gonna be able to coach every single kid. I don't care if you got it's 2 coaches out there, 19 kids. You break them down into groups. Some kids are gonna get left out. That's gonna happen. It's nowhere around that. It's gonna happen. You're not gonna reach each kid, but if you got a coach that's reaching 80% of the team and his growth within 80% of that team, keep that coach with them within the youth years. You feel what I'm saying? It shouldn't be okay where we're gonna get this over here and we're gonna rock out. We're gonna do this. But we're not gonna include these other people that's involved with them, or we're not gonna reach out to these other people, but at the same token, on the same breath, in the same conversation, say, oh, this is a unity thing. We need to come together, we need to do this, we need to do that. We can't do that. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not the benefit for the kids.
Okay, so that's gonna be like you said when you first got on here. That's an adult issue.
Yes.
Yeah,
That,
that's
and
an
I
adult.
think that's the major major thing. It's not, and you're gonna, it don't matter. I don't care what organization you in. You're
Yeah.
gonna have coaches that dislike. You're gonna have parents that got issues. You're gonna have parents that's gonna dislike you for whatever reason, or you're gonna have. Trust me, I get it all the time. You're gonna have parents that's not gonna like you for this. You're not gonna parents that don't like you for that. That's gonna come with it. Some of the stuff like discussion that y'all were talking about with some of the stuff that it just comes with it. It's nowhere around it. And you can't get around it. And as far as like some of the other stuff, like some of the stuff you were talking about that y'all were talking about, it's like a coach's issue, like the fundamentals. Like of course that has to be done, but that's up to the coach. It's not up to an organization. It's not the way you run your practices, from even down to position to individuals, whatever is what you teaching within that practice time is what they're going to get out of it. So you have to have a plan going into practice. You can't just say, oh, well, we're going to go out there and we're going to do whatever. Or, man, I ain't getting time to work out with this kid because of something. That's on the head coach's job to figure out some kind of way to work everybody so nobody's not standing around.
Yeah, I think what EJ then was speaking on was, as an organization, you set out a plan of how you want the practice to be ran, and instead of saying leaving it up to the head coach to run it, but they saying like if you got a plan, we come out and we as an organization we say, hey, listen, we want to do this, that, third. You only got 2 hours with these kids in Pop Warner. That's all you got, 2 hours, and some of them gonna be late. You might have technically you might have an hour and 15 minutes with them, but what he was saying was that they want to have a plan. They want to have a plan of what they do when the kids first hit the field, and I don't see nothing wrong with that. I just saying like you said, it's
right. You go to any high school, well, most high schools, and you go to any college when practice starts. Boss man, when I was in college, you stretch, you go to individuals, and then we go teams, and then special teams, and your ass go home.
All right.
I ain't kidding.
Devin Daly say older coaches don't take constructive criticism well. It be like day way or the highway.
Let me go on, step there and tell him this right here. That's not true. That's not true. That was back in the days when you had the Murphys, you had the Coach Rons, you had the Coach Mikes, you had the Toomas, you had the goddamn
Greg Sidbury.
One thing you can't say about Greg is this: he do listen, and you go. But when you tell me something, I'm gonna ask you football wise, it make sense to me.
You did, you
and,
do,
and if you continue
I will say that
you continue to say just do it this way, and I'm gonna say okay, let's do it your way, and then what's gonna happen is if it worked, then we gonna do it your way.
Yeah.
If it don't work, then we going back to the way that we had put out there.
Hey, Greg, we play NCG, and I said, Greg, just throw the ball. Greg said, who we gonna throw the ball to? So we can't even get them to block for the run. Well, Greg said, okay, we're gonna do it your way. Greg let little daddy throw the ball. Little daddy got lit up. He talking about, so what you want to run next? I will give you that though, Greg. I will give you that.
I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna say, you catch more bees with honey than vinegar. meaning that it's the way you approach the situation. If you just out there like, hey, that ain't gonna work, that's gonna cause problems anyway. Like you got to make sure that you're talking to them like a man when you want to make a change.
True.
That's definitely a fact, because I'm definitely guilty of that. But I think me personally as a coach, I learned this. Like sometimes people, the way you say stuff, like sometimes me personally, I'm only speaking on me. I'm not the easiest coach to coach with, hands down. And I get caught up in I get so passionate in coaching the game that I can say something to one of my other coaches, and then it can come off like, okay, I'm talking at him, and then instead of talking to him.
That's just passion.
And
Yeah, and that's something that's something as you get older, LB, you'll learn, you'll understand it. Then it'll come. You'll be like, okay, wait a minute, let me back up, and let me say this a different way. You know what I'm saying? You'll think first before you react, and that's come with the territory. You know what I'm saying? As being a coach, and all coaches, good and bad, gonna run into those situations. But it's how you come out of the situation and what you learn from it is what's they're gonna make you either a good coach or a bad coach.
Learning how to handle your feelings is part of being a coach.
True. All right. Coach Hunter say he got to refill his cup, his popcorn. Great. Shout out to Ayo Active Media. Say this great stuff.
Ayo Active.
You feel me? Jimmy Prosser say the city needs to be the standard.
So hey, he ain't lying.
That's true. That's a true statement too. And that's what we gathering here for right now, for us to come together as a city and to take these kids and push them up to a higher level than ever. I need to be going to Target games, Hanover games, Laney games, Ashley games, sitting in the stands watching our kids perform and have the college coaches out there like, oh, this kid, he can play.
True. New favorite coach, Corey Ray Hauser. Salute to Coach Corey Ray.
Salute.
He say salute to all the youth coaches, no matter what team you coaching for, AAU, Pop Warner, just keep being great community pillars for the youth. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And
good stuff, Neff.
Yeah.
Best of luck
Yes,
on
sir.
the new role too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yes, sir. Devin Daly say, I love coaching, but the parents are involved in the coaching process. That's a whole nother episode right now.
No, it ain't, Fred.
No, it ain't.
Nobody's stopping you from volunteering.
Exactly. They can't stop you from you volunteering your time.
Ain't nobody stopping you from bringing water.
Yeah.
Holding them chains.
Yeah,
helping set that shit up. All of that.
Do not use that as an excuse. That is an excuse. You tell I'm gonna tell him. Devin Daly,
he say they're too involved in the coaching process.
No, they're not.
They need something to do. You gotta give them something to do.
That's the parents are more involved in it when you're not coaching their kid and you're not coaching the kids. That's when the parents.
I'm gonna say it like this, like Dad said, you either part of the problem, you either part of the solution, or you part of the problem. So that's how it goes. Either way.
Hey, John, if I say your last name wrong, I'm sorry. John Huggins or Huggins. He say it's too many egos in youth football coaches hating on coaches on the same coaching staff, and it make it personal when it's supposed to be about the kids. Every coach has a different points of views. No one does everything right, and until the adults be adults, the same cycle will continue. Which I gotta say about that.
Facts.
And that's why we're having this conversation right now. And that's why we're having this conversation, because we need to be adults about this Pop Warner in youth football, youth sports, period. If you're not,
another thing, like with what the person that just made that comment, I don't want to put him on blast, but he ain't just somebody saying that. That's one of my assistant coaches. He actually is out there volunteering. So it ain't like he just saying that and watching. He actually out there doing something about it as well. So that's part of the issue. We can all point out a problem, but even though it's a problem, still step in and do something about it. Like, don't just say that it's a problem there. And I get at to him, even him saying that too. He's still out there on staff with the Eagles. He came from the Ravens. Like he came
Mm-hmm.
over and he said, "Look, I see what y'all doing. I like that." So that's the whole point. We got momentum. We got a wave, fellas. Let's put it in there. Like let's go.
All right. And on AO Active Media, my boy, he said you got to just wing them type of men out and keep them like-minded around. Keep the like-minded around. Coach Hunter say sometimes pride is a hard pill to swallow. You know what I'm
Don't mean it
saying?
don't gotta go down.
Facts. And Coach Till say coaches and parent egos. Jimmy Prosser say 30 kids equals 60 parents. That is 90 people you gotta make happy. It will never happen to make everybody happy.
And that's
I don't
true.
even think. I honestly, when it comes to the parents, bro, I don't even think it's about like us as coaches trying to make the parent happy. I just think parents want to be able to see their kids enjoy the game. Honestly, now of course we got some parents that got kids that's like I've been saying that's next level and that can get on the field and just outshine other kids. But some of these parents that have issues with stuff that's going on, they kind of just say, "Oh, it's the coach." They kind of just throw stuff out there, but that don't be the realness. The realness of the conversation just be they don't see their kid playing enough.
Their kid just ain't good enough to be out there. And that's
If we're
just
gonna
why,
be real about it,
yeah, if
that
you won't be out. Their kid is not good enough to be out there, so they're gonna always have an attitude. Those are gonna be the parents, like you said, those are gonna be parents that cause issues because they don't want to say my kid ain't good. Because everybody want their kid to be good.
All right. And Big E say it's some awesome coaches. Personally, watching Coach Kenny Mears and Steven Sidbury is a pleasure to watch them work. LB is one of the best X and O guys, and Pave Dot is awesome as well. Who that, y'all? Pave Dot.
the training
Yes,
they do
that's
training in
Marcus.
league.
That's Marcus.
It's Montana Daddy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He said he is awesome as well. Shout out to Coach Kenny joining. I still can't find your comment, Kenny. I had it, but I lost
I
it.
seen partial of his comment saying something about if we ain't coaching these kids basically to get to the next level,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
high school, college, then we failing them.
Yeah, that's what he said. Something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I was ready to read that one too. Kay said, Jimmy Prosser, that's when you have a team of players and parents who want to be the superstar. It's essential that everyone knows everyone plays a part in the team, regardless of the position.
That's a true fact too.
It's a
Yeah,
game.
yeah. Brandon
It's a
Ray.
game.
Biggie said Brandon Ray is hard to deal with, but he's good at it. We pulling for you. Coach Dez is an awesome motivator. Shannon Huggins is a beast. Risha May say thank you. Um and Biggie say he tapping out in about 30 minutes.
Shout out to E.
Yes, sir.
He should have been tapped out. That old bad calling he be doing.
but we but we done been on an hour and a half.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go and jump on him right quick. Too with all that bad calling he be doing out there, making it even worse on our kids. You know my kids, and you calling the game. Don't
Biggie,
mean
where you at?
don't got there gonna get on them kids, man. Let them kids ball out. That's another thing
Oh.
I be mad about. You get out here and you tell my kids not to got they gonna block or not to hit somebody. Don't hit them like that no more. It's part of the game of football. Now my kid out there saying, "Well,
Oh
coach,
boy, oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
I can't got that." The referee told me I can't hit him no more. What you mean? But that comes with the referees. This is why
This is the thing.
supposed to have a problem with the way things are done is because the referees are told to call the game a certain way.
Hold on. I'm trying to put them on.
Ooh, Big E, put him on.
Yeah.
Put him
I'm
on.
trying to, I got
Yeah,
to send them the link.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
whatever happened, I'm keeping his son on my team, Greg.
I mean, I don't. Yeah,
Hey,
That
that
boy out
part.
there tearing up equipment, boy.
You know
hey, yes, I ain't messing
EJ,
nothing
what's
with
up
that.
with you?
it. What's good, baby?
EJ, where you at, EJ?
Lit and living, you know it.
Yeah, no, I'm out here. You know, I try to listen more than I talk. So I'm just listening.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn how to do that too.
How y'all feeling about this first episode, man?
Turn it up, Fred.
The portal, baby.
We finally on. Finally on.
I appreciate the good conversation. I'll say that.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. We
The
needed
the first step in the right direction.
it. Amen.
It's, you know what I'm saying? As far as just having an open discussion about youth sports, period. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Me too.
Absolutely.
And this way right here, hopefully this is a stepping stone for us young men to get together, and instead of gonna sit here trying to see who the best, gonna help each other be the best. You know what I'm saying? Like
It is. We got you now.
yeah. Cause I need for y'all guys, you younger guys, I need for y'all to take over this right here and do something for the city and have our name on it. You know what I'm saying? Our name. And I'm not, you know what I'm saying, being racist or nothing, but our black kids, bro, they need to be put up a little higher than, you know what I'm saying, because they got a lot of obstacles in their way. And we need to push them forward. Push them to be great in school, in the youth sports, you know what I'm saying, and altogether better citizens, better young men and women, because I know a lot of y'all do coach the men and the women. So we just got to uplift our kids, man.
Port City to the Bay, baby.
You already know.
Hey, Dez, hit him with the speech of the year, man.
Man, look, I'm gonna tell y'all already. Y'all did enough already. We here. It started. Let's keep going, bro. We got a forum. We got a platform. Come up here, say what's up, yo. Shout outs to all the teams that made it, and shout out your team right now. Whoever y'all support, whether you support them from watching them, whether your cousin play for the team, let's use this platform to lift what we got going on, bro. Pop it out and bring what I tell the kids all the time. Bring me your best, I'll bring you my best, and we gonna get better. So we got to be competitive. We got to pop ourselves. We got to go back and forth with it. But that's only all in sport, bro. Because it's the difference that I put about this is, yo, some kids go out there and play a game, then some kids go out there and want to dominate a sport. Now, if they want to do that, we got to teach these kids how to turn something that they just do into that's an art. That's an artwork. This ain't just a participation thing. Like they can benefit this from the next level. So if they want to work on their craft, get y'all ass up. Let's go. These your babies. These our kids. Let's go. Then it should be no reason that anybody got an open field of cones. You running drills. Hey yo, post it. Hey, we working out here. Come get some runs. Come get some reps. We do that across the board, bro. Ain't no city. Ah, boy, y'all almost had me. Ain't no city messing with us. And see, I get passionate. I gotta watch that tongue.
Yes,
But
Hey,
sir.
shout out to
yo, we
Brunswick
care
County
about
too,
this
because
for real,
them
bro.
folks show be coming across the bridge. Shout out to Brunswick County. I know
Yes.
y'all be trucking
Word,
across
bro.
that
Yeah.
bridge
Yes. And
and
we
fighting
appreciate
through that traffic,
you.
man. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we appreciate them brother county parents, man, because they see the bigger picture, and they locked in, and I appreciate them for that, man. Like, hey, that's big. That's really big because they see the bigger picture.
All
Hey, yo,
right.
and all y'all watching, show gratitude to your volunteers.
Greg. There you go, Greg. There you go.
Yeah, here I
There you
am.
go, Greg.
Here I go like mystical.
There you go, Greg.
The one
There
that
you
set
go,
the heat
Greg.
seeker.
Tell her
Yeah,
what you said again, Greg.
you can get all that old bad calling out there, man, and
But
kids
listen,
ain't hit nobody and all that there.
no,
And
but it's clean hits. It's clean hits because it'd be about safety. But on the main topic, man, what y'all doing here is really good because dialogue is important. We get this stuff out here, and like with these coaches that have disagreements, because in the middle of a dog fight, Joker's gonna have disagreements, but just understand everybody's on the same accord.
Dog, gotta
And
keep fighting.
yeah, and the thing I have an issue with, like say, okay, you got skill players and you got line play. So everybody get caught up with the quarterback, running back, such and such. But the line play is the most important thing in football. Because if
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
your line is trash, everything else goes to what's the name? Because
Facts.
because my son played what's the name with my thing. He just want to hit people, and then he keep on hitting people at a high level. That's a paycheck. And
Facts.
you know, Joker be talking this and that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, he do.
evaluating skills and knowing where players need to be at. that's a whole thing because like I say, everybody's not the same. Cause you got certain kids that can do certain things, and that's just what it is. Cause I ain't gonna throw no names out there. I was watching a Bengals game, and I had a the 9U, and I seen a parent going off about his son not doing this, doing that.
Mm-mm.
But your son don't have the mental capabilities of doing what you think that he can do. Because it's easy to say it from the sideline.
What number that player was?
I'm not gonna put that out there
Go
because
ahead, Fred,
it's
Well,
going
man.
too deep.
Go
You
ahead,
got
Fred.
you got
Fred.
you got the you
Yeah,
got
let me put that
you
out
got
there.
the
Yeah,
Bengal
but I'm just saying.
commissioner
Fred's
on
trying to get
here
clickbait now. Come
and
on
two
Yeah,
now,
coaches.
Fred.
yeah, but I'm just saying. But we gotta like say what we got going on is a beautiful thing. And then like with these organizations, and just all at end of the day, it's about these kids getting better. And like say now, I'm a little partial, but at 10U. With that talent that's over there, that's something different. And like say, I was talking to Dad, like within a couple of years, when they 12U, they're gonna be something. They're gonna be something special. And we gotta keep pushing. I haven't really got to take a good look at some little smaller ones. But like say Steve was saying, some of the kids are sponges. Now they're getting that exposure early, and how you get better is in practice. When you're going against another dog, I already see when they start hitting. When my son got to go against Rod, big thick
Yes, sir.
thick
Yes, sir.
210 pound.
Yes, sir.
He was going to get cream puffs with the Cowboys. Now he got some goddamn meat and potatoes. You gotta you gotta see what it is. But
Yes,
that's
sir.
how you get better.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but but I'm telling you, man, I know I've been refereeing for a long time, but I'm a fan of football. And the reason I got out of refereeing, so I'm gonna tell you a quick story. I was refereeing for the 49ers back in the mid 90s. We was doing a fundraiser. And I ain't had no kids at the time. I'm dropping money into the thing, and the one girl was supposed to buy some bread for the damn fundraiser, like $50. I seen that heifer in the club, nails done. What's the name? Man, what my damn money at for this damn bread for the damn fundraiser? I cussed the girl out, and my wife told me you can't do that no more because you too involved. So that's why I got out of coaching. Now I'm back into it, and I'm passionate. And the thing is, with
Yes,
the
sir.
money thing, yeah, Greg kick out a lot of money. He know flashy type guy, but when you're coaching, you constantly put in money because I already know I'll be dropping money on whatever because I want to help the organization grow. And it ain't about whatever. I just want to. And a lot of those kids, I love on other people's kids more than I do mine because Isaiah's son, what's the name, son? Those twins, a lot of those kids on thing. I give them little nicknames, and I'm passionate. I ain't really no great coach. I'm just a motivator.
Facts.
I'm about calling out
Mm-hmm.
matchups.
I'm with you.
I'm about matchups. You know what I mean? You got them XYZ and all that other shit. I don't really know what that
Hey,
means.
hey,
Yeah.
no cussing.
I'm sorry, XYZ, that all that language. Yeah. I'm sorry. But anyway, but
That's
yeah,
what I'm
Look,
talking
guys.
about,
Breezy,
y'all.
when
That's what
you
I'm talking
care,
about
man,
right
it's
there.
hard when you care about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah,
talking about right there. See,
yeah.
he done threw a flag. I done threw a flag on him already because he got.
Yeah, and I apologize. I apologize because I got to get up early in the morning to go working out. But man, I'll say, man, what y'all got, what we got going on here, man. I'm really excited about it. And these kids, iron sharp as iron. So
Facts.
and Dez is a great coach.
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna get to him because like he had my son wanting to work out, do wall squats, and that's my child. I couldn't get him to bust a grape. Coach Dez, the next thing to God, now he all of a sudden he wants to do this and do that. But I love that.
I
Co-host.
appreciate
I
it. I
love that.
appreciate it.
Co-host. Yeah,
I love it.
co-host.
That's my
Appreciate it. Hey,
boy.
look, man.
Yeah,
Little
Listen,
yeah,
Big
hey,
E.
look,
That's my
yeah.
boy.
hey,
Yeah,
look,
I
hey,
know
look.
you gave him his nickname.
Hey,
That's my boy.
that's
Yeah,
the whole part of it, bro. It's just to a point like, yo, you gotta care as much as they do. They gonna
Facts.
care as much as you do.
yeah,
Straight, it's
yeah,
serious, as fun as it is. Like I was watching the thing about the Mike Beasley thing. Like, yo, you got to know what kid is what. You can't ask a fish to fly. Show
yes,
him what he good at, make him do good at that. And then once he good at that, I tell them in practice, yo, Rod, they gonna leave you when we run sprints. But when you get your hands on them, make them understand that this is my area.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
This is where I do this. But actually, you want them to leave you on sprints because that's your teammate. Them the ones that's gonna do that. So
yes,
I show them that like, yo, you just gotta maximize where you good at, and
yes,
everything else is gonna work. But in 11-man ball, if everybody doing their job, I guarantee you, it's up right there, and we got way more than 11 dogs at once every
yeah,
single Saturday. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I just got this group right here is I'm going. Hey, look, I feel different about these. I got about 1,000 pounds on that O line. I'm excited,
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
and they all running through a wall straight up. And
Yeah.
that's the way that we got to do it, man. I want the city to run with us though.
It's a beautiful thing. And like I say, we as the coaches go, just being like, say, okay, so what we got to understand is the tier system.
You good? You good?
So Greg is the president. So and you go through different things. So let's just understand the protocol on how you address situations. Because like I say, the cost is low. They got different things going on. It shouldn't be no whole bunch of issues. Now with this travel ball thing, if your kid is not getting a lot of play, he's actually getting better in practice because the games are fun. They're a battle, but they're fun.
Yeah.
But if you're a marginal player and the game is a one score game, you ain't getting dirty because he got to stay with his dogs and to do what he got to do. And we're all competitive. This is not I-9 sports.
And see, until his point with that, like, if we get into a situation like that, and these kids, I've had whether it's my son, any kid, he been running all game, and now that this kid ain't got a chance, like, yo, I can't tell him, yo, you can't finish this game. I can't tell him, no, you can't go, you can't, like, bro, you got us there, take us through the line. See, that's part of the point is like we can't limit their potential. Like if they could take us to the moon, let them go. But they only gonna jump as high as we let them.
Yeah.
I
So if
agree.
that's the
Hey,
case, let them
listen,
go.
back to my point. I totally agree.
Hey.
But what I'm saying
Go
is,
ahead, go ahead. My bad.
getting into that, I'm foreseeing y'all gonna be in dog fights this first season, getting all y'all stuff together. It's gonna
So
be
true.
kids that ain't gonna
No,
really get no bump for real.
no, bro. I'm here to tell you. This day.
They wouldn't get no bump if they wasn't playing.
Hey, this right here. This ain't their first year in all this. This is our second
Yeah.
year with
I'm
all
about to
this.
say, Tonyo,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is
we
our
went
second
to
full
states
year
last
right here.
we put hanging 40 on people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
they still talk about the 8U right now.
Yeah. Shout
Last
out.
year
Shout
I
out to
ate you.
shout out to them AU Spartans, state
You
champs,
already
Yeah,
know.
I
NCAA
came
state
out. I
champs.
came out
Gotta
to check
shout them
them out.
boys out.
You
And
already
that's the
know.
point, man. The city got the potential to have been doing this, man.
Yeah,
All,
We got the
hey,
city
ask
have been
Harlem.
doing this.
And
Ask
and
Harlem.
hey, and we gotta
Ask
shout out.
Harlem. All our kids played. You feel me? It wasn't a kid out there that didn't play.
Hey, and we got to shout out what that was 12 or 13 U last season. They was in the state championship too, and the 10 U would have been in there, but
yeah.
had some technical difficulties out there on the field. You feel me?
Uh huh.
So they would have had 3 teams in the state championship.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Representing the port. Everybody
And
yeah.
then
from the
that's
port.
part of the point. But that 10U team that lost because of how that thing went down on the field. But them kids was put together 2 days before. They all just came
Exactly,
Facts.
from the city, and we threw them kids
exactly.
together at the last minute and went up there and gave hell to them other boys.
Yes, sir.
And that was with kids that's 9 playing against 11. And it
Yeah.
was to the point like, yo, we can do that, bro. Like y'all
Mm-hmm.
gotta understand, we can run with them. That's what we did. We was able to do that last minute.
Yeah.
If we get these kids a year into this
That
program
is true.
doing this circuit, they running it.
Like
They
I keep
deserve it,
telling
bro.
everybody, what we really need to win this national is the numbers. Everybody, you go to nationals, everybody gonna play. Last year we up there in 110-degree heat, and you got to play 4 days in a row.
Yeah.
You need
Yeah.
a first, second, and third string to make it to the national championship game.
You need depth.
You need
Yeah.
that. That's the only way you gonna make it to the national
What they say? Strength in numbers.
strength in numbers. You got to play 4 days in a row, boss man, in the heat. We got there on Tuesday, played Wednesday, Thursday,
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday,
Yeah.
and got sent home Saturday.
Yeah.
And they played again that Sunday. So really, what's that? That's 5 days.
Yeah.
Championship that Sunday. You got to play 5 games in 1 week. You need a first, second, and third string. It's the only way you can win.
Yeah. Shout out to Tyree Clifton with the fire emojis. Appreciate you, my boy. Where little Jew at? Shout out to Jew. Feel me? K Newton say this was good. I'm proud of y'all. Coach Hunter say me and EJ just sit back and take it all in. Coach Till say to jump back on having multiple teams is not a problem, but when LB spoke on Raleigh and others, remind y'all we only in a small town, Wilmington, and we can really come together and run some teams off.
And Teal, what Teal right about is you don't need multiple teams. but you can have multiple teams in one organization. What I think they trying to say is, why have 3 different organizations with the same amount of teams? Because now you watering down the competition. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, you really watering down your potential.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you go out here and you got 3 organizations or 2 organizations and y'all still you still fighting for the same kids, but it's only spring football. That's
Yeah.
my
Mm-hmm.
nobody's
This should be
like,
All-Star season.
yeah, just
Facts.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
This
And
Really,
should
that's
be
and that
All-Star
hey,
season
really,
anyway.
really, to be honest, we ain't even tapped in, man. It's 500,000 kids in New Hanover County. Okay, Brunswick County is the biggest county in North Carolina, hands down. We ain't even tapped in half the Brunswick County. We tapped in. We got a little bit from Southport. We got a couple from Bolivia, Leland, but we still got supply. Oh God,
Bowling Spring.
But that goes to
nah.
show you. He
I
just
know
said
it's some old
We
500
ain't
Alabama
even
stuff.
kids.
tapped in. We ain't even tapped into none of them kids down there in Charlotte. All the kids that be at West Brunswick and everything. We got to tap in down there too.
So
Hey,
you see how you just said it's 500,000 kids in New Hanover County. I mean, that's still enough for another organization if you want to be technical. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
I'm being
It
real. Yes,
it,
you
it, it, it
absolutely
ain't
right.
you're
You got,
not like Greg said. Greg said you water down the talent when you got 2 different. No, you're
When
not.
you
If you
got
got
three,
500,
no, he
yep.
said three. Now, when
Hold,
you got
hold,
three, yeah,
hold,
it might
who
water it
where's
down.
the
But
third
two,
team at?
hold. This. Here we go. Now, let's speak on this.
oh Lord.
All right. So you got 5,000 kids in New Hanover County,
Uh-huh.
correct?
Correct.
But you only
I don't
got
know.
but you only got. Let me see. Uh, you
what?
might got 1,000 of them kids that may play football,
Yeah.
and then on top of that,
1,000 now. You had 1,000 kids.
hold on, wait a minute, let me finish.
Okay, I'm listening.
All right. So you got 1,000 kids, and you go through, and each organization trying to get the best of those 1,000. So here you go. You gonna water down the competition because you gonna try to pick this guy, that guy. They gonna want the same guys that you got. Because when you look at it, you go around this. This to speak on Coastal. You go around the league. You ain't got but the Beagles, the Lions, and Brunswick County, and the Cowboys. Those are the only 4 teams that's gonna have kids that's gonna want to play football. Them kids down there and got there on Carolina Beach, they baseball players, they soccer players. They ain't thinking about football.
You forgot about the Panthers.
That's what I'm talking about. They Carolina Beach, the
Oh.
Panthers.
Hey yo, and it's really kind of more like 50,000, bro. 500,000
I
is
mean,
crazy.
even if I me personally, I think an organization hold how many kids? If you had a full team for each age group, how many kids would you say that'll be? About what? About 150, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
About 150.
Uh-huh.
And you say you got 1,000 kids, and you say an X number. Let's say 500 of those are dogs out of New Hanover County. So you mean to tell me you having 500 kids? You got 500 kids that's dogs, and an organization can hold a max of maybe 150 kids. So you mean to tell me it's no room, not with
No,
500 dogs, there's no room to create another organization.
no, because you got to understand. I think what you're missing is this right here, LB. All that, even if you had 50,000 kids, you ain't gonna get what got there on
I
what you
get
get
that
right.
part. I get that part. I get that part.
You ain't gonna those kids are gonna go do what? Most of them go play flag football. Most of them go because a lot of them, I don't care. They say I play football, but they don't want to get hit.
Shout
So
out to
they gonna
Mike
go
Young,
they
under the
gonna
light.
they gonna go play flag football. He got the biggest shit
Shout
going
out to
on right
Coach
now.
Mike. Shout out to Coach Mike.
Yeah,
He
shout
got
out to Coach Mike, all right.
Under Armour got the biggest mother
World
freaking
Stars.
thing going on right now.
Oh, you cursing? You cursing?
I ain't
can
cursed.
I
I
say
ain't
one?
cursed.
Say
He
one
was passionate. Hey, there go that passion.
Yeah,
World
I ain't cursed
Stars.
though. I had to catch myself. But I'm saying,
That's where all them little kids at.
yeah, Under Armour has the biggest program in this area behind I-9.
Who you talking about? Who was
Under
what
the
No,
Under
lights.
it
Armour,
was
Under the
called Under
lights.
Armour. It's
oh,
just
under
under
the
the lights
lights.
now.
under
Yeah,
Hey,
the
yeah.
lights or whatever.
hey, under the lights got some dogs too though.
But listen, what I'm telling you, Them kids are going to play flag football. They're not coming out there to get hit, and they don't got to. Those ain't
I
no that.
mean, but
They,
it's people that's not getting reached, that's not getting the right information. I think you just kind of in a box with your thinking. And the reason why I say that is because you're thinking about your overall coaching of dealing with between the Eagles and the numbers you have from that. Overall, in
no.
a wider spectrum, if you get the information out there, I mean, kids gonna come. It's some kids that
Okay,
might not even know they not
Let me tell you
yeah,
90
something,
you right.
LB.
Okay, I
No,
looked it
hold on,
up.
hold on, hold on.
It's
Let me,
35,000 kids in New Hanover County
I
School.
don't give a
Yeah,
dag
it's
on what's
So
going
500,000 is
on.
there's
wild,
enough.
Let me tell y'all this right here. I've been doing this right here for a lot of years. And you know who had the biggest organizations in Wilmington? Tackle football?
You gonna say the Bengals, Cowboys?
No,
Colts.
sir. No, sir.
Grizzlies.
Hmm?
Who
The
Greg?
Wilmington Eagles had the most kids in tackle football, and we only had 3 teams. Cowboys came in second, and then now since we've been out of it, the Cowboys have been the top team to go to. They top
Thompson got a lot of kids.
Thompson
Yeah,
and
because
Thompson
they
got
had
that
what
whole
two
area.
two
this
They got
this
all the way to
10U.
Jacksonville.
They
Yeah,
had two
Thompson
10U
got
teams and two
Thompson
8U teams, something like that.
this in the y'all still ain't listening. When the Eagles left out of there, that's when all those teams grew. The goddamn lines back down to what, about 75 kids?
Ah, that hurt.
damn. I meant
Huh?
man. I ain't mean to cuss.
You got the lines down to about 75 or maybe 80 kids. They got two sides of time, two football organizations that they came together. And you can't get but 80 kids?
Mm.
Because kids don't want to play football like that, bruh. So you ain't
Nah,
gonna
nah, 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 nah. This me being in house. Nah, man. It's the kids drop down. I mean, a lot of kids, like I said, it goes back to the adults. A lot of kids, coaches left, took their kids with them. Some parents didn't want their kids to play for certain coaches. So that dropped their numbers down dramatically. It wasn't just that they didn't want to play. It was just the adults in it controlling the situation. It didn't have nothing to do with the kids.
so what you mean, what you think gonna make it different if you add another team?
What you mean? What I make it different? My argument with
No,
you
no, no,
is
no. I'm not arguing. I'm just
now, I'm
saying.
not saying an argument, not saying
Yeah.
an argument, but my thing is, I don't think personally, me personally, this is my opinion only. I
Uh,
don't think that having two teams, it's going to water down the talent. It's going to make it a debatable. It's going to make it a debatable situation with the kids that we do know who they're going to play for, type of deal. But as far as not having kids,
so why
I
put the
don't think
kids in
that's
that
going to be an issue.
situation? So my point is, why put them kids in that situation where
It's
they
the
have to
same
choose?
because
Why they,
it's
no,
a part.
just
I
listen.
got you. Ask me. I'm gonna answer. Okay, this is.
Okay.
I think why put them in that situation because everybody makes their own decision. Choose to play for whatever team, just like you chose to leave to go. Okay, look, I'm gonna stop going to Pop Warner and I'm gonna go do AAU. For whatever reason, they choose to do whatever it is that they chose to do. So therefore, that's how whatever came about. That's what for whatever any reason was. That's why it came about. This is not.
Can I
This is
add
not.
something to the conversation?
Yes.
So my thing is, we keep saying teams and stuff like that. I think it depends on the mission of the league. Like I feel like AAU, we got two
Correct.
Wilmington teams that's AAU, and like right now, y'all mission
Shout out
is
Port
to
City
be,
Supreme.
to be competitive. Y'all want to
Mm-hmm.
be competitive, go play competitive football. And I think Pop Warner, if you know the mission of Pop Warner, is so that every kid can play,
Like,
even the kids that's not
Inclusive.
gonna play at middle school. So I think it's all a part. It shouldn't be about the team. It should be about what the league is trying to accomplish. If we got two teams that's trying to be competitive teams, I think that you joining forces would be the best thing for that.
Exactly. There you go. That's what I was getting ready to say too, because I was getting ready to say what's the issue with it coming together and being one? Like why?
You don't know. I don't know. Maybe okay, this person can't get with
We
this person.
know
This person don't. Like I said, it goes
why.
back to the adults because maybe this person don't like the direction of this person what he's doing. So instead of clashing it, and if it's really for the kids, instead of clashing. All right, I'm gonna go over here since I don't like the direction of what you're doing. I'm gonna go over here and do my own thing. Or it may be I just don't like him. Whatever the reason may be, and everybody's entitled to have a reason. Or I don't like the mission statement, or what I don't like your organization, or what y'all feel like y'all gonna do, or what's gonna do, or whatever the reason is.
Yeah,
People
I
have their
think
reason.
But what about them kids that got a pick?
What you
That
mean? It
That part.
goes. It goes to again. It ain't 9 times out of the kids is they're playing. You can have 50 kids out there. You're gonna have maybe 10 of them that just love to play this game of football. Half of the other half are making their parents are making the decision.
I
They're
get,
gonna play wherever they
agree,
as long
but
as they
it's
playing
still like
football.
the nucleus that they growing with. Like, what about
No,
like
Dad says you
regardless
gotta
of
hear me.
them being together?
Most of these kids are making decisions off of their parents, where their parents shoot. Their parents are picking where they want to play. These kids ain't really picking where they want to play. It's the parents,
But
and the
they,
parents have
You got
every
some.
right to have
I,
their
I
kid play for where they want to play at.
You
yeah,
got some.
the parents picking what
So
coach they want.
it's not about you can't go and say, well, why you making them kids make that decision? Because
But I
at
think
the end
that's
of the
what
day,
we.
the
I
parent
think
gonna
that's
come and
what
say,
this
yo, do you
platform
want
is
to play
trying
for
to do
here or
is
do you want to play for
get to
there?
the point where, all right, well, we can set up to the point where, all right, these kids do get to we get to set up a system where, all right, in Pop Warner they get to be inclusive, not just developmental because we want to develop across the board, but then it's to the point where if you got a group that wants to excel to that next level and go compete like that outside, then would it serve you better to keep that nucleus of kids locally that want to do that? Because when they go to that next level, it's going to be the cohesiveness that they learn how to play with through adversity. Because this is something
Again,
that we don't like necessarily the kids that we got in the inclusive programs.
okay.
They're
Let
not
me
worried
ask you
about
this,
that.
Des. Let me ask you this.
What's up?
And it's just you, okay, Brian Pineapple. You played for the Lions. You left the Lions and went to play for the Storm. Why
Yeah,
did you make that decision?
because I wanted to see what a different environment was like.
So if a parent choose to do that, what's the difference?
Well, it
What's the
honestly okay.
difference?
So look, I get you. I get where you're coming from, but that the whole idea of that move was when we played under the lights, and I noticed that my son enjoyed playing wide receiver, and that was the first time I seen him actually have to go chase the ball. Because remember, you took me up to the Storm,
Yes.
right? And that's where you showed me like, yo, they got a different type of atmosphere. They playing at a different pace, and that's that right there uniquely, I would say as a parent, I noticed that my son enjoyed football playing at that level more. Like he was more frustrated playing when he was here because he'll feel like, all right, well, he had to have over pressure from him. And I was like, well, maybe that was because me putting pressure on him. So I stepped back. And when I came and see that, it was just like, all right, it's not that he didn't have fun. He wasn't like enjoying the game, but it's to a point where he wanted to go harder with that environment. So I said, all right, well, do you want to go play there? Do
See, and
you
that
want to
goes
go
back.
play like that? And that's
That
where he actually chose that. And we said, well, if that's a better environment, that's something that you enjoy more. That's where that goes because it ain't have nothing to do with specific teams or the group. It was the idea that, oh, this kid loves to do this and they're doing it. It's just like the whole idea. If you got a kid that's nice at a piano, you ain't gonna send him to just a regular piano teacher. You're gonna try to send him to the best piano if he a pro. Like if you can do that. So I looked at it, and when I got through, I'll admit, like halfway through that season, like no disrespect to the Storm, but I realized like, oh, we could have did this back home.
yeah, I get
We
it,
could have did this back home. And
but the thing
you
is,
even told me that. But at the same time,
I did.
with you telling me that you were still here as well, and we didn't do it.
Yeah,
You
but let me
feel me?
explain to you. You just said a few minutes ago, you was like, why make that kid make that decision? And I
What
said
when I say
because
that?
you said that just one of you just said, yo, why make that kid when Greg I said something
No,
about
I'm talking about locally. Yeah.
like why make that decision? But
Why give that kid like the say, all right, well, now when it's a chance that y'all could go play competitive, now you could go play competitive here or there. When it's like, well, that's what I was doing when I was playing inclusive. I was picking where I wanted to
okay.
go.
Let me explain this to you. Like I
What's up?
said, it's the adults around it that makes the decisions. So therefore, you made a decision, regardless good or bad, whatever way you want to split. You gave your son a decision to go play either competitive or come back and play Pop Warner, whatever it is. You made the decision. The adults make decisions. Like it ain't about.
I mean, that's I get that
I
to
just
that
feel like
decision,
it's
but
still
that
be.
wouldn't have been an option unless he wanted to do it.
What I'm saying is, I still feel like I get it coming to you. See, most of the stuff comes to where, okay, let's say if it's two different travel teams. Now we competing with the local teams that's been in these organizations that been playing for us. Now we competing for the ones that we know are dogs.
What you mean?
That's
What you
where
mean? Like who?
that's where
What you mean
the
as far as like competing?
okay. Say for instance, say okay. Let's say this. Okay, in 10U. So we got two 10U teams. I coach with the Supremes. You coach with the Eagles in the fall. Boom. Oh, I know Ian good. Let me see if I can get him. Because I know Ian. I seen Ian. I've been around Ian playing. So we're competing and we're trying to get that one player to come to either one of these teams. But we're not looking at Jimmy across the bridge and expecting him to be a dog. So that's how I think that's why I say it's we kind of being closed-minded with it as far
But
as saying it
I
now.
get that. I get that. That's
So
why I say on the adults, we don't need to compete. We could be one team, and Jimmy can come play with Ian and the rest of the kids all on the same team when we go. Like that's why I say it. Like I wouldn't want to compete with somebody else in town when I know them boys in Jacksonville want my head. I know them boys in Raleigh. I don't want to come back and forth. Like, bro, we gotta once we go up the road because we don't play locally for the championship. We play other people for the championship. So I get like I want to battle my best in practice every day. So when I get on the field on Saturday, they the best they got ain't nothing compared to what I done been through. And that's where we developing them. That's the reps that they actually get, and they only run 4 or 5 plays. Like if you got that during their Saturdays, but the reps that they actually learning from is what they're going through in practice. So if we got a good practice environment, I don't care whether we are the same team. Let's still practice together. You feel
I
me?
know.
Like let us scrimmage together. I don't care whether
We kind
we
of getting off
don't do that. You feel me?
this. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I mean the whole point of what I was saying is I get the whole. To me, I still feel like it's room for two teams. It ain't no. It's room for two teams and still be competitive two teams. I mean, for years we had. You had when I grew up, I had the Grizzlies, I had Pop Warner. You got for years you had the Eagles. Then you had the Eagles and you had the Colts. You had competitive situations where you wasn't about watering down. It was about okay, look, I'm gonna compete over here, you're gonna compete over here, and we just gonna meet and we're gonna support each
But
other
I
either
think,
way.
But I
see,
agree with that because
I
that
think,
when I grew up, the Grizzlies was like that, and I'll tell you straight up, I
Somebody
played Pop
saying
Warner,
Jimmy
and
the
I
link.
noticed like, oh, they play different over there
see,
at the
I
Grizzlies.
think the issue right now at hand is LB. I think the issue is what you just said. That's a fact. We always had competitive teams. When I played Pop Warner for the Colts, we was one of the most competitive teams. The Eagles was dominating when they had their run. But the thing is, being competitive ain't good enough. And I feel like what they
Yeah.
saying is the two team thing is what's watering it down
Are we?
because just let me speak real quick. Because if we take all of these kids and we structure them on one team, us trying to be competitive is out the door. Now we are competitive. Now we are making the moves, playing how we want to play when we get to that big stage. But in my opinion, until we have one team, and when I say one team, I'm talking about a team of those players that's ready, willing, wanting all of the above, hitting all of those dots.
11 hats on the head.
We need that, and we also need biggest thing. We can't just keep picking up coaches, bro, just because somebody said they coach. And I put
There we
myself
go.
in that. I'm 2-3 years into coaching. I
There you
ain't the
go.
best coach around here. But if we gonna put the talent on the field, we should have knowledgeable coaches coaching these kids too at the same time.
There you go.
I totally agree with that. I totally 100% agree with we got to have the right coaches there. But then you got to remember, this is voluntary. Nobody's not, you know what I'm saying? Ain't you got to volunteer. We can, hey yo, come out and coach, come out and coach, come out and coach. It's all about them actually coming out there to coach. You know what I'm saying? So we got to take what we can get. We just got to put them, you just got to put them in the right position.
Hey, we got some people want to get on too, y'all.
Hold on. Let me say this.
Okay, great, got it all. Y'all still on?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
It
Nah,
might
I
have
ain't here.
just kicked up.
No, I just think when it comes down to it, man, when they say we watering down the talent, man, I just think it's watering down. They feel like it's watering down the talent of the kids that we already know, like we already familiar with. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where it comes down to it. And I'm only speaking at the like 8U level on down. It's not, I can't say nothing about the 10 and up because I don't really know as many kids up there. But
I understand because I don't even think that is. Yeah, I feel you. I don't think that is necessarily watering it down.
it's not
I
watering
got
it
you.
down. It's just more or less you compete. It comes down to you competing with kids like Bryson, Taylor. You know what I'm saying? You competing with them because it's convenient for them to play for either team.
Yeah.
I got a question.
But then like Greg, not Greg, but then like Grip said,
Hey, Fred, don't cut me
huh?
off no more, man. Don't knock me off the goddamn.
I did.
I want to say my 2 cents right quick.
Go ahead, Greg. Go ahead.
So my question is, are you want to do this team to compete for a national championship, or are you just doing this team just to compete?
We need JoJo on though.
You know that's a dumb question. You know I'm competing
No,
to try to
it's
win
not
it.
a dumb question.
No, you
It's
know
not a
because
dumb-
no, let's be for real. You know I'm competing to try to win a national championship.
So that's why why would you have 2 teams to do that?
Because, like I said,
Why would you have if that's how you felt? Why didn't you try to get the Eagles and the Colts to come together a long time ago?
I did.
They
I
did.
did.
they
I
did.
did.
That was
When?
I really did. And Tuma didn't
Yeah.
want to do it. See, that's the stuff y'all don't even know.
I know
didn't want to do
Tuma
that.
didn't want to do it.
All right, then. So what you
So
mean?
why not? Why not
Yeah,
go?
because
Why not go to?
Tuma was in the process of trying to get some of his old players. I don't know if he reached out
Why?
to you, Dez, but
Nah,
like he was trying to
heard
get some of the
I heard
younger
the
people
same
to
thing.
take over.
I heard the same thing. I heard the same thing. Tuma went going for it. But why stop there? Why, if you still trying to compete for a national championship, why not reach out to another team and try to bring that together?
And because at the I guess you missed the
Because this one is for the city. Is
Yeah,
what
what I
I
say, do it matter who
yeah.
way it
This
is,
ain't
long
for
as
the
the city
county, bro.
doing it.
Like everybody, listen. I get the want to be competitive in Wilmington. Like that when we play in Pop Warner, you want to beat the Bengals, you want to beat the Cowboys, you want to beat the Lions, you want to beat the Ravens. I understand that. But if we got an opportunity to put one team together to go out here and beat the goddamn the Georgias, the Floridas, the South Carolinas, the Virginias, the Texas, the California team, this is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about just winning in here because
Yeah.
anybody can win here.
I'm not either. I'm talking about overall winning the national championship.
You can't if you got they go. You mean tell you think you really honestly, LB, think that Wilmington, North Carolina, with 2 teams can they gonna compete for a national championship
Hey, they did it with
and
this.
win and
They
win?
did it. They did it with spring last summer. They almost did it spring last summer, and that was one team.
But
There
LB,
you
It
go.
still wasn't all the
let's be
players.
real,
There you
LB.
go.
I coached with you last spring on
But I
that.
think that's kind of making the point though, LB.
And I love you, my nigga. But let's be real. We went up there and ain't scored much point, nigga.
Hey.
With the
Kid,
focus.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
friendly for kids.
But
We went up there and scored.
we went up there and ain't scored a point the whole time, bro.
We went up there and scored.
Hold on, LB. Let me speak my piece now. Let me speak my piece, bro. We went up there and ain't scored no points. Yes, we put in the forfeit effort, but that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. We went up there and our same kids that was on offense played defense too, and that heat and 4 days of that burnt them out. You need a solid first string, second string, third string to win a national championship. Hands down.
EJ, where you at? EJ, you don't want a couple of natties? So let's talk to him. How many strings y'all had on the Betty Ford Saints?
You're correct, and that you were correct about we didn't score a point. But my thing is like it's still to the point where how can I say it?
you got to score to win, and you got to stop some people from scoring.
Yes,
That's it.
that's point blank period.
Yeah,
But
that's it.
but when we get to a certain level, y'all, it ain't about the players. It's about the coaches.
Yes, and that goes. It goes down to that too.
That's a major one.
Ooh,
That's a major
it goes down to
because
coaching.
I ain't gonna lie now. When you playing good football with these players and you making it and you make a good push, once you get to that game, it kind of, unless your team is just outmatched, it's on us.
That's it. It comes down to coaching.
Let me tell you. Let me just speak on this right here, bro. Because I've been to 6 national championships with Pop Warner. 6.
Yo, this Greg.
And got my motherfucking head tore off by Florida every year because we didn't have enough kids. We didn't have enough kids on a team that was dogs. We was in the game, but when it came down to the championship game, we could never. We always lost to Florida. You know why? Because we didn't have the talent. I can show you pictures of every goddamn team we took down to Nashville. When it was at Disney. I ain't talking about at Campus World Stadium. I'm talking about Disney. Even though we went to Campus World twice, we went to Disney, folks. But I'm saying, but you cannot. This is why me and Jermaine was fighting so hard to be able to get the coach to come with us, so we could have the teams to go down when we went down to Nationals to put on a good show and win one. We ain't win not one yet. The Cowboys came close to winning one. That's it. And they got smoked in the championship game. So
these 10s want it, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
And that you ain't gonna
Help me however y'all want, but these teams going.
It's a bad situation when you got they on pulling all the best players. That's why one year the Colts might win, next year the Eagles might win. One year the Colts win, next year the Eagles win. That's how it been going until we all got there on finally let the man come in and destroy everything that we work for.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Listen, if we want to do this, because at the end of the day, bro, you gotta say what need to be said.
Amen.
If you gonna do this, put the dogs together, man. Like it really ain't that hard. I understand coaches want to be part of the success of the players they've been coaching for the last few years or however long they've been coaching them. I get it.
Can I say something?
It's about the kids. It's about the kids, and if it's about the kids, put
Hold
the
on,
dogs together,
let
put them
EJ
on one
talk.
team, and let's go.
I just want to ask a question because we keep throwing this word around, the dogs. Like growing up, when I was playing football, it wasn't about being a dog. It was about being a football player. It was about being able to have that knowledge and situations to take over a game. Like I feel like everybody wants the guy that can run the fastest and jump the highest. Sometimes that don't make the best player on the team.
Correct.
I'm with you because
you need them football players more than you need them dogs.
Yeah. See, I feel you on that. See, what my whole approach to all of this is the learning how to do everybody can learn the routines and the steps, but learn how to do it in game situations. When the pressure high. That's how I see a dog. The kid that wanna play when the situation's on. Cause it's a lot of kids that get in that position. Like I remember it was at times when I was little that I was a kid that didn't really want the ball sometimes. But you got to understand the ones that do want to get. That's what I mean by dogs. The ones that want to go get that tackle. The ones that want to do that, because it's like detrimental to them. Like thinking like they getting frustrated that, oh, am I doing something wrong? It's just like, nah, it take 11 people to do this. But that's where I like where we going, because as far as we can hold the coaches, we got enough kids together, and we got all the kids. We got this super team. Now coaches got to be held accountable. So whoever is coaching out there, if you don't know what you're talking about, like me, I'm loud sometimes, but it's LB will tell you, Greg will tell you, no, Des, that ain't how you do that. All right, bet. But it's just to the point of like, do what you good at. If we get everybody together doing what they good at, then we got it. But the whole idea of seeing the dog, like the dog mentality, that'll spread.
Yeah, I totally agree. Everybody has to play with it. But the thing is it's like I think like role players that's why I think it'll be enough, because you don't got to have all the dogs. You can have role players that play their role. Like you got men that just they love to do is block. Like Big E said, my son love to hit. He ain't
But that's
going
not
out
a
there trying
role
to
player. That's an actual integral piece. Like we got it to the point where like our O lineman, that's not a role player. That's a force. Like these whole these
lineman is a
positions that we
role player.
build, like it's not just a role. That's an actual athletic position that you can learn and work on that
That's a role
craft at.
player.
So it's to a point where if we got it to this team where it ain't no role players on that team. Everybody on that team, they take it serious to the point where the inclusive teams, they say, oh yeah, we want to do this to get like that or to represent that because it's
I
made
get
up
what
of
you're
those
saying.
players.
That hey, Dez, I ain't trying to cut you off, but I get what you're saying. But the back up what
I see that
EJ
picture back there
saying,
too.
what EJ was saying was basically, I don't need a dog. Give me a kid that can block and tackle.
Right.
That's a dog.
That's
That's what I'm
what
saying.
That's a dog.
That
makes
gives
him a dog. That makes him a dog.
That's a dog. That's what I'm
If he can
saying. A
get on that
kid that want
line
to go
and
put that work
he can
in, that's
pass
what
it
make
to
you a
somebody,
dog.
he
It's
a
kids
dog.
out there that don't want to do it.
See, yeah,
Hey,
I think that the term of dog may be wrong because when I say dog, I'm speaking of just that caliber player that Dez keep saying that. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm just talking about them kids that got that real want and that the
Yeah,
kid that feel like they need to play football.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's the kid I'm talking about.
You got to
I
curate
ain't
that
just
environment for
yeah,
that kid.
yeah. But yeah, a dog could be anywhere on the field.
a dog got a role too.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody got a role, and if they don't understand their assignment, then you ain't got that no way. Because you could put all kind. Now you talk about a dog, all of them can be athletes. You can have all the athletes. The point should be athletes. Because if you ain't got no athletes, well, you ain't got nothing. You can have all the dogs you want. If you ain't got no athlete, then
well,
it ain't.
fellas, it's time for me to get off of here, man. I got to go.
all right, my boy. Hey,
All right. Let me add
hey,
one more thing.
EJ,
So yeah,
Ayo, at the media trying to get on. Is they clicking the thing?
I
Can
ain't
you?
he gotta click it again. I ain't seen no message to add him. But let me add one more thing right quick. Because like as Greg said, from a national level, when we play in these other states and stuff like that, I done seen different types of teams. Like I done seen the team where the only star player is the running back and everybody else is
Mm-hmm.
blocking. I done
Mm-hmm.
seen teams where the receivers was the go-getters and like that
Mm-hmm.
quarterback throwing it out there. And then I done seen teams where the defense ran the team. So my
But
thing is like we so busy trying to get the most dogs that we ain't running the right systems for the players we got.
See,
I,
Come on,
I,
talk to me.
I can't agree with that though. And the only reason why I
I
can't
definitely agree with it. I got to go, fellas. All right, good talking to y'all, boys.
I can't agree
Yeah,
I
so
can't
we
agree
need
with
to come
that
together to get the right system down.
EJ. I can't agree with that because even though it was the wide receiver, that wide receiver was a dog. But the people that blocked for him were dogs too because you couldn't get to the damn quarterback,
All right.
right? So they was able to throw the ball down. Somebody had to score on that defense. In that defense, it was a dog that scored. He made the play. He made the tackle. He made the interception. The D line gonna made it when they couldn't go nowhere. Those are dogs. Those are dogs. It's a different type, but those are dogs.
Yes, sir.
Like you can say that I watched a whole team from Hawaii. Team from Hawaii. They had one athletic motherfucker, but they had one athletic guy. They had one athletic guy, and the line was so physical that they got in the I can't even think of the daggone formation right now. Anyway, they got in a little formation, and all they did was just they gonna march the ball down the field, and then turn around. The other team couldn't move the ball because the defense was doing their job.
Right.
If you do your job out there on the football field, you a dog. If you can't do
I
your
agree with
job,
that.
if you can't do your job, then you just a player. And
I
I'm gonna
got
keep
I,
that.
I got a question. Hey, if it were, let's say hypothetically speaking, we were to have the majority of what we call in dogs come out and they play in the AAU circuit while the Pop Warner circuit is still going on. Would that be better for the city if those kids that don't really ain't considered dogs actually get those reps and get to take it and get those fundamentals? Would that raise the talent of the city or would it
Well,
just deprive it?
I think that's why I said I think that like, me personally, I think having Pop Warner and AAU is a good thing. Meaning
Yeah,
that,
I agree with that.
like you just said, it takes the parents and the players that want to be competitive and put them in their own lane.
Mhm.
And then it takes the other players that need to be developed and need more time to get more games under their belt. They can stay in Pop Warner. So I think it's a great thing.
Yeah,
And that's all my post was saying.
I agree.
Full circle.
But thank you. We needed it to have this moment.
And that's right, because that's why I never took AAU over until fall. I always did the AAU spring, and then all the kids went to play whoever they want to play for. And that's how it should be. And that's why I was saying, when I went to watch those kids last year play, championship games, you could tell the kids who were out there playing spring football opposed to the kids who just sit around all year. And that's my point about it. That's the only issue I had.
Turn it up, Fred.
The portal, baby.
Sweet, man.
Man, I'm proud of y'all though, man. That's what's up, man.
Hey, Fred just left us on there, man, like this right here, man. Fred ain't right, man.
Fred, if you talking, you muted right now, man.
Word. So I'm as co-host. I got another question for all of y'all.
Nah, I'm on here. I ain't
Okay,
sleep.
I was about to say, how late y'all plan on being here? Because
bad,
Fred gone. I about wrapped it up on your ass, boy.
It's dark, but I'm still here too.
I was about to close the door. I say, how late y'all plan on being here?
Okay.
I'm about to send everybody home.
We're going to 2 in the morning.
Nah.
I'm about to send everybody home.
Hey, Big E, I know you
I
ain't
thought
over
Big
here.
E was gone.
Hey, Big E, they say in the comments you might need to hang up the flag, man.
Hey, man, I've been trying for the last 5 years. I can't get no replacement.
What you got? You got the breathing machine on?
Yeah, man. I got to get up early in the morning.
Big E, I was telling my son the other night I was telling him how you ref when I was in high school. My son said, he's that old?
Yeah. Yes, he is.
Hey, man, this is good, fellas.
Hey, man, I appreciate this, man. I really do.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Hey, Fred, we ain't got no more questions because we ain't got no more questions. I gotta get up in the morning.
Well, Ayo Actor he's saying a bunch of stuff, but I'm trying to send him the link so he can get on. But he say he going to bed. Tilt say Fred for mayor. Yeah, shout out to the media, Wilmington Eagles Athletics media.
You already know it.
You feel me, man? I appreciate y'all. Well, I appreciate y'all coming on. We will be back, Greg. I want to bring y'all on so you can let the people know what you got going on with the AAU with the Wilmington Eagles and coach. I want everybody to come on and y'all do what y'all do. And then I want y'all know later on we're gonna have PCS on, and then I'm gonna have episodes of my Coastal Bengals on here with the flag net, everything that we got going on with that. So more to come, folks. It's more to come.
This is good stuff. It's good stuff. Did y'all check out Grip Wallpaper with them champions up there?
Yeah. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
That's my first championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, girl.
Hey, Fred.
Yeah.
I should have put them more trophies on there, man.
I told you, go on and break them six out, man.
Nah, cause I ain't with all that. Cause it ain't
how about let's just
you
get
gotta go. Nah, don't do that. You got to go to the stores, man. Don't do that.
Exactly.
Don't do that.
Girl, you just got that one?
Nah, that's when I first started coaching. That's little Big E right there.
Yeah, girl, let them know, girl.
Chad's up there too.
Yeah. A lot of these kids, man. They came up under Coach Grip.
Yeah, girl.
That's my coach.
I ain't gonna hold you.
That's why Coach Grip need to they gonna come on out.
Yeah.
They're going, you know what I'm saying?
And man, come represent the city, come on, pull up.
Yeah.
Because to be continued.
He got athletes over there.
Nah, I know what it is, Grip. I ain't gonna say that, but I know what it is.
To be continued.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I ain't mad at you, dog. Yeah, I ain't mad.
Shout out to the portal. Shout out to Fred.
Another episode. You already know.
Hey, everybody, shout out Just Major.
Hey,
Just Major, okay.
Shout out to Eagles.
Shout out Just Major. Turn it up, Fred.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Just Major. You already know.
Appreciate that.
guys. I'm
The
got
big.
All right, Greg. All right, y'all. Be easy.
All right,
All
be good.
right. Practice Tuesday. Holla at me.
6 o'clock.
Bring your
Be there.
pads.
Okay, it's time to hit.
Bring the pads Tuesday.
For real.
All right, there's out.
All right, bro.
Shout out to my brother, Just Major.
Shout out Just Major. Shout out to Jake Major. Shout out to Just Major. Hey, Just Major, man. Thanks for coming through. Oh, yeah.
And Just Major.
Shout out Just Major.
Shout out to Just Major. Doing big things, you know.
Shout out Just Major.
Just Major, man. Make sure you subscribe.
And Major, too. Don't subscribe to Major, bro.
Shout out Major. Shout out to Just Major. Shout out to Just Major.
Oh yeah, you make sure you subscribe to Major. He really like that. Make sure you subscribe to Major. Yeah.